so much to unpack. And before I go on, I want to make this public service announcement to all Nigerian politicians. You know, I know people are used to dealing with boys, but she will not be boy of anybody. As I post this live today, somebody don't message one of my close associates waiting for my circle, say I won't do this live. Don't they say make I don't do the live? Yaya below side of the story. He won't call Lagos, come explain to me. Wait till consign me and Yaya below side of the story. They tell us that because of Yaya Bello and they do it, I won't talk. Imagine sending me such a message. And even if your principal Bello wants to talk to me, I know be boy. If he can't make himself available, he go make more proper appointments. He go sit down. I go tell her, because he's a leader, whether a bad leader or good leader. Don't still rise to leadership of my people. I'll tell her what I got tell her. If you feel implement her, me go implement her. I'll give her for free. I don't collect shishi. But I know be boy. Nobody they send people to me to send me message. Which one I won't give me? Which one I get? I don't get sense. Now the only sense I they look for, and you don't have it. So how can you be trying to say, stop it? This is like the fourth time, and the third every time they do them. Stop it. I know be these guys. Don't insult me with this nonsense. That's why they talk am publicly. Stop it, fam. You know? Leave me alone. I don't come your state when you be governor, Yaya Bello, where we rent MOP, where we rent hall, pay money to use the hall. You just say MOP, as small as we are, we not can't close the hall. So make we no use her. Today now you wait, I just say the expert at abusing state power. Where you don't do unto me for your state, for nothing, just to come do meeting as MOP for Kaba. The bouncers will go do the meeting on that shade for Okada people stand, go for market. Where people don't gather to come hear us. You use state power, pursue MOP from your state. Now you want me to say that they are using power against you. These people, man, they are delusional. These people are delusional people. Delusional people. Delusional people. That's what they are. Delusional. When they send I hear boys to me, but they mad me. When they respect me, when they let us insult ourselves, because that's an insult. So there's a lot to unpack. Let's begin to unpack it as Nigerians together. There's so much to unpack in this story, you know. And I'll start with the corruption of it. Say this country, every professional is corrupt or actively complicit in some sort of corrupt practice. I don't know the kind of elite we will get for this country. Every professional job in Nigeria has been corrupted, and the corruption assists everybody in their corruption. There's no way politicians can be corrupt without the active connivance of experts and professors and lecturers that validate their corruption, that take it to the bank, that launder the corruption, that use it to give money to architects to build buildings, that are in real estate agents that are laundering money through the real estate sector to clean the money that has been stolen, that they will now use to pay school fees of their children. The corruption is intertwined to the doctor in the hospital, stealing from public hospital to his own private hospital, watching his own people die. People will not come to that hospital where he steal public funds. People will come and say they don't get money for card. You go to watch people, they die for your reception. They watch people, they bleed for your reception. Completely, I don't understand how we don't turn. There's a lot to unpack. We will unpack everything. Because in a thing say this thing is some kind of, people are looking for money, people want to be rich. Okay, they say Yaya Bello has stolen 80 billion. Let's go into the mathematics of what 80 billion naira is. Let's go to the again. Sorry, can you all hear me now? Can you still hear me? Because sometimes this thing, once they don't call it like this, I see your this thing will just disappear. Can you hear me? Okay, thank you. Rafi here. 1 billion is 1,000 million. 8 billion, right, is 8,000 millions. 80 billion is 80,000 million, right? So that means 80 billion is 80,000 millions. That means 80 million 1,000 times. So 80 billion is 80,000 millions. Meaning that somebody with 80 billion can spend 1 million naira a day for 80,000 days. I want to know who needs this kind of money. Is it that you need it? I want to know. So now, 1 million naira a day for 80,000 days. 80,000 days is 261 years. 80,000 days is 261 years of spending 1 million naira every day. Are you telling me that this person needs this money, or this person just wants to make sure that that money does not use for the betterment of your life? I repeat, does this person need this money? Do anybody in their family, all of them combined, do they need all this money, really need this money? Or for them, they have to take it so that you don't have it? Which is it? Is it that they really need the money, or they take that money to make sure that their people are suffering, to make sure that people are dying, to make sure that people don't have dignity, to make sure that people are useless, to make sure that people don't have a future? Answer me. Is this money taken because it is needed? 1 million naira every day for 80,000 days for 261 years, that nobody alive in his family today will be alive when that kind of money will finish. Do you need it, or you are just so wicked and you have planned with people that hate your people to make sure that your job is to make sure that your people never see that money in their lives? Because you can steal 10 billion, you can steal 5 billion and be okay, you can steal 1 billion and be okay, but you choose 80. There's a reason, and not be only Bello. Ladies and gentlemen, we see they following a Mefele drag case. How much they, all the use of card, they indict them, find them guilty. All these governors, now nothing happened to them. Now, so when Ambode come up for governor of Lagos State, I mean when Ambode enter as governor of Lagos State, no kind atrocity, no list against Fashola. So they say they use 100 million naira do only websites, billions. Fashola became minister, meaning that the governor was talking rubbish, or nobody cares. These are all the governors in this country. It's an attack on our lives. These people are agents to destroy our lives. They don't need this money. Is what I'm. Do you need it? You don't need this money. These people are agents to destroy our lives. There's so much to unpack in this situation. The man thinking about it, and you people, I'm sure it's what you're going to wear to the club that you're thinking about this night. All of you are already picking clothes. This is about the pick clothes, I cannot lie. But I'm picking clothes and I'm still thinking about this. Well, I know the great, I know the life picking clothes. When did I leave this house? Everybody outside annoys me. I don't even go outside. I don't want to go outside. I cannot go break person's neck. Whichever you do, they irritate me. It's true. Whichever you do, they irritate me. Make I go, oh shit, I broke a nigga. Let's unpack this. We have to because waiting all over Nigeria, all sorts of crime, criminality, we're going to hear them every day. 30 billion, 60 billion, 90 billion, 80 billion, 75 billion, 200 billion, 100 billion. One person, they say the Attorney General thief 181 billion. Does anybody need this money? On again, just to make sure that you don't have it? Because that is public housing money. That's public housing money to put thousands of people in house for the rest of their life. That's public health care money to make people hell and healthy. People dying on the streets like flies. I can't count how many people. This is just April. I don't know if you count how many people I know we don't die this year. From preventable disease, from preventable causes. I can't count. This year, death left, right, and center. Everywhere in our country, the air is filled with the smell of death. It's just like Chinese supermarket. You come and fight. Not knowing that they are saving your life by not allowing you into their space. But I don't understand why would they think if our governors are not allowed, if the rich people of this country are not allowed to enter the market, the spaces of all these white people, don't you think all these foreigners, don't you think they would have built their own? They would have been forced to build our own by force because they need those things. They would have been forced to build it, but they never have to build it because they don't make you feel, say, fighting for access to those things is you being free. Not knowing that you are fighting for them to destroy your life. Them and their partners can now cooperate. If Nigerians were not allowed into that school, American International School, 1.1 billion of public funds, naira, now they pay $700 and something thousand for school fees, which is over 1 billion naira. Is that still a private school? How many other public servant students did that school? How many billion, all these private schools for Nigeria, they collect from public servants' hand, stolen from Nigeria. Money is supposed to go use, fix our public education. Money is supposed to do our public private school, public primary school, public secondary school, public universities, make everybody get better access. Because all of you are praying to be able, like Adeboye tell you to pray, to look down on your brothers. You are happy that these people have access to all these foreign spaces. They can't carry public money now. Fool all these so-called private institutions. How is that school a private school when so much public funds is inside? When there's more public funds inside this private school than our public school themselves, how are those schools still private? If we Nigerians get sense, not so we talk to me, they go collect the American International School. Tomorrow morning, make poor people children, they enter that school, go learn. So we don't pay the school fees of everybody for this country to go to that school over and over 10 times. We don't pay the school fees 10 times over for the children of this country. For every rich man picking we go to that school, say now 100 rich man picking life, then they send their children go to that school. Every politician we don't pay school fees for that school, say now 50 to 100 poor children lives and their education and their knowledge don't go into that school. It's not our public money. Is that not our money? They say we want return money. Hold it. We don't want it. Hold the money. Come and do calculation of all that kind of money you have collected from different governors all over this country. Their children are there, and the billionaires that have access to our strategic industries, meaning the bankers, the oil marketers, the food sellers, all these people with strategic industries, our license, they make money when they pack our inside that school instead of investing in back in our country for us to have our own thing. Come and do accounts. Let's see how much. I am sure there's more public money in that school. Not that one. We never begin at British International. We never begin at French school. All these are big school full everywhere. We never begin add them. If we add all that money, I am sure that the money that these people have packed into those places in the last 10 years is more than the budget for education in this country, in public education. So how are we saying these schools are private schools still? This is my own argument. So Bello and his own bullshit, I don't care about Bello because there's 1 million Bello around. It is the phenomenon that exposed I want to talk about. If Bello alone is putting 1 billion, how many Bello's billions? Bello's billions. How many of Bello's billions that belong to Nigerian people are in those places? But they are private, Abi. That's the sense people don't have. That these things are all game to make sure that you don't have the one you need. Because if our governors are banned from private hospitals, not say now one ban governor from going abroad. Abroad is too. Private, he must not go private hospital. Any private hospital with public fund has become public hospital. We go probe all of them. If public, all these public hospitals, if we see public funds inside anyone, not private. Why is public funds? What is financing all this private business? All on our musicians must go do show for politicians. Public funds in everybody's pocket, except in the lives of the people that really need it. People are already billionaires, multi-millionaires, so they pack more funds, public funds in their pockets. The poor people's children will have to wait. The poor people that are sick will have to wait. That are the real owners of this money. That will they pay me pass with this. These are the real owners of the money. The majority of Nigerians are the real owners of the money. And the majority of Nigerians are poor people. So it's the poor, the wretched of this earth that owns everything that is in this country. You will steal everything from them. You will pack it in you and your friends' pockets in these their so-called schools and hospitals and nightclubs. And you come outside and say it's private business. It's private business. Or your governors packing all our money into their friends' banks or their own bank. Make I not talk about it. They say they attack him. I'm always attacking him. I'm saving money in Anambra. Carry all the money of Anambra for 8 years. Now inside your family bank will be chairman before 90. Your money day. I'm saving money for I save money for 8 years inside your own bank. Take people destiny, they do money, they do speculation inside bank. Say that one, you be prudent governor. Saving money inside his own bank. People they die, hospital know they work. Insecurity everywhere. Saving money for what? Schools. This is the leak. They say they improve Anambra education. You are passing WAEC. The year where Jam can't put camera inside your Anambra, Jam can't approve camera. Somebody they use camera for inside examination hall. Now, go check the test score for Anambra. They call 99% are passing. 99% every year. The year with camera enter. Everything change. Everything change. People don't like you. The money they steal, I said, they don't even need it. This is what I'm trying to tell you. That's all I want to tell you today. Do the math. Use your brain. Who needs to spend 1 million naira every day for 261 years? Who? All this American International School is a public school. If this country is just, if this country is right, if this country is truthful, all this convenant university, all this church, which people money they inside? Edu better. Where Edu carry all the money? Madam Edu, where she carry all the money go? Let's probe this our public funds and see where it is now. It is not this your private business. It is Nigeria that is sponsoring all this your rich men all over the place. In all the businesses that they do. You now come outside and be doing like this. They'll be doing like this. You be doing like this. You be doing like this. Because your celebrities are doing like this. Are doing like this. Your influencers are doing like this. The journalists are doing like this. You think you have to do like this. You are in the soft. You don't see anything. You say one day go reach your turn. One day go reach your turn. The thing that irritates me. How is that school a private school? How is that school a... They can't say somebody they bully children. School don't do anything. When they don't pay that pikin school fees in advance for 7 years. What you want me to school do now? Say they bully your pikin. Not say they go explain to you. Say sorry. You have to just take it like that. We have collected money of 7 years.
Asset is fixed in this school.
This is a fixed asset in this school. Oh. We don't be do anything. This I'm here. You know, I want to shut down our own network for Nigeria because of me. I know you cannot target me alone. To target me, you must target like 500 people in this area, 600 people in this area. And I must free them and free me too. Free me too. I'll wait here.
Are you back on?
I'm back on. You know, with the active connivance of those what we supposed call elders where they fear their children. You know, see, say Agbayala one year, where you be elder, when if you talk to your youth, where your youth don't respect you, you have to deceive them, they lie to them, they connive, they manipulate them, just so that you can achieve some non. I know because you don't have any vision to give them, and people are not stupid. We as Nigerians, we know there's no vision for us. There's no vision. But what they vex me to say, even though we know these things, we they trick our head inside their nonsense. They do like saying now we they act for talk about. So what we want to see is that American International School is now a public school in Nigeria. American International School test you people want. Your private institution can no longer be run with our public funds. That go take go sit down. They'll give out billion. Everybody private institution full of public billions, except the people that need the billions. No. Dangote family now bring all the limestone from heaven. No, they talk that thing, and that they combine. They drag and come from heaven. They come put out for that Kaba place, that place where we get. Now them bring and come Nigeria. That limestone, where they do cement. No, you know, this Atonwa, they bring them from heaven. Not be we Nigerians get them together. If I hear pin for that one, it's for Dangote family. They built it directly. Allahu Akbar. They brought it directly by themselves. They just drag them. You know, if they born men children for that family, you know when they born them with the limestone, their betting process. Nah, national event now. Masquerade they cover everything because if they cover with limestone, you don't need to burn limestone. For me, from where? Oh, yeah. Ashetani. So we are just here. They are using your money, your destiny, your life to do everything except your own life. And then you hold a fight for them to have the right not to, like say, as well, you want to tell somebody what to do with his own money. How is it their money? I think that invest me. How? We must ask how you earn the money. When I say my money, I know what you mean. I know what I sweat. See, my music. Without me writing that music, and without me going to perform it, it will never exist. So I earn directly from my hard work. It is not the same. You and I, what we are doing, is not the same as somebody that is earning based on the license where federal government give them to exploit. So when you exploit something that is for all of us, it is not for only you to benefit the reward. The agreements, the social contract.
To you, happy Saturday to you. I appreciate every one of you right there. Happy weekend to every one of you. Thanks for your time with us, Lady Gina. Thank you very much. Good evening to you. It's good to have you on the show today. Thank you very much, Tony Africa. This was I get there. Thank you very much, Rosie Ayosh, Obano family. God bless every one of you right there. Evie Jack, thank you. Pacha Nofe, my dear sister. Thank you very much. I don't like wash. Thank you. I appreciate you all. And God bless you now. Mercy Omorigi, Mavis, I want to say. In fact, I've acknowledged all of you right there already. Thank you very much. Michael Abba, thank you very much for your wonderful comment. I have to keep this comment because that is a wonderful review from you. I put on the screen again. You said, I'm proud to be associated with Nigeria Watch. I thank God for linking me to this channel of truth and nothing but only truth. And the wonderful panelist, God bless you, Mr. Nigeria Watch. And God will bless you too, Michael Abba. I like things like this. Trust me. I value this kind of text more than $1 million. Yes, because it pushed me to do more. It encourages me to do more. For everyone of you that is always leaving wonderful comments, praying. I saw lots of it on this particular platform and previous ones as well. I want to say I'm grateful. I'm going to bless you now. Thank you very much. My sister Jesus is my father. It's good to hear from you. Thank you, Rosie Ayosh, and many, many, many more right there. I'm going to bless you now. Madatami, it's good to have you on the show. Elazimbere, Esther, and God bless you all. Thank you very much, Semota. God bless you all. I want to be Ferdinand in the building. Epa, where have you been? We missed you. We've missed you. It's good to hear from you. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. I mentioned your name. Don't super chat me already. You must leave your footprint all the time, all the time. Thank you very much, and God will bless you. It's good to hear from you. We don't miss you, Sha. You know, please, you guys be showing face. Let's be seeing you guys. I appreciate you, sir. Thank you. I appreciate every one of you right there. It's Saturday. I'd like us to talk about the things that's affecting you and I. Got Chris Dublin, thank you very much, sir. Good evening to you. Mr. Johnson Emmanuel, thank you very much, sir. I appreciate every one of you right there. And God will bless you now. And God will bless you now. I'm going to post out a link right now. We don't have any other video. I just thought that is the only video I want to play today. Then I'll move on to the topic that you're seeing right there on the screen right now. But meanwhile, a link has been posted. Click on the link, join us here, and let's talk about the things that's affecting you and I. As you can see right there, the surprise, the shocking one is that WAEC have deleted online video evidence showing how Peter Obi took Anambra State to #1 in Nigeria. The same WAEC that posted the video many years ago have just suddenly deleted the video from their website. Then why? I'm just asking, why? Why would they do that? You know, why WAEC delete that video? But meanwhile, people have responded. Before I come to my own panelists or my callers, you know, I would like us to take people's response here quickly. As you can see, the first person on the on the screen, Ike Shuku, this is a pure sabotage going on just to try and bury the good deed of Mr. Peter Obi. But someone somewhere must have this video, and it will surface again someday. Then someone else went on, Engineer Shaibu. WAEC is now a part of the APC government. West Africa is captured. Then I have someone else here. Guru Beast Media said, such a shameful institution. While we have someone else who responded, Abdulaziz said, WAEC, they support certificate forger. Chai, what a time to be alive. A WAEC. Hi, God, oh. This thing shocked me why I see her today, sir. Ugowe said, soon foreign institutions will stop accepting WAEC Nigerian results. We are getting there gradually. Yes, very soon. If they hear this, all these people traveling to UK and other countries who want to go do your masters and all that, or to go study in another country, they will refuse your WAEC because the lane that the WAEC is going right now is shocking. Then WAEC reputation is smelling. Can WAEC tell candidates not to cheat on exam day? WAEC itself cheats. Then that is WAEC, when they posted it, Dr. Peter Obi, how Anambra became #1 in WAEC, and NECO, that is YouTube, when they posted it years ago. Somebody went to printed it, to screenshotted it out. Apathy said, a WAEC that lost integrity during Buhari's school certificate saga. APC brought shame and backwardness. Then we have someone else who responded saying that this one is coming from Odogu. Tinubu was employed by Fulani oligarchy to rule Nigeria for a certain period known to them. So if you are not employed by Fulani oligarchy in the Nigerian affair, I think you are wasting your time, just as Okwota. Okwete, I don't know what that means. All right. Bright Friday said, that's exactly what His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi means by dismantling of criminality and political rascals. The man knows what he's saying. Nigerian fight now between the evil, devilish people and the good people. Don't play. All right. We have GTLOS. WAEC has become a disgraceful education board just because of the type of certificate foreign leaders that bought an INEC win. Okay. Then the last one that I have here before I take on the article, Jacob Ikechukwu said, there's nothing all these rogue institutions can do about Peter Obi. Truth is constant. No matter how they delete, manipulate evidences to cooperate with the very corrupt political establishment, Mr. Peter Obi is a political saint and not their mate. We value him. So my people, now so we see this one shocked everybody today. A lot of people responded to it. I only just thought I should bring the one I can. You know, if you go on Twitter now, you will see what is currently going on right there. While somebody also posted this one, describing the state of the nation as this. Do you guys agree this is the state of the nation? Yes, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. We are praying. We are praying. Many of us said we should be praying, and we all are praying. So let's continue to pray, my people. Now to try. Let's be praying. Oh, we they play for Nigeria. I'm telling you, we are playing. We are not serious. As to where we are today, they are the one that bestowed this backwardness on Nigerians since Nigeria was created. The things that is affecting you and I, they don't talk about it. They don't talk about it. It's difficult for you to see this satanic set of pastors coming out to speak about this satanism that is affecting us since Nigeria was created. It's difficult. They don't talk about it because it's just like day your day, my day, my day. Don't step on our toe, we'll not step on your toe. That is the life we are living in Nigeria because the pastors already know the day they dare to step on the toes of the government will reciprocate by stepping on their toes. Then they'll be in trouble. That is why you see the pastors that don't speak about it. We are in big trouble in Nigeria. Let's say it how it is. I'm not interested. Whoever that's going to be offended with my speech. Pastors and the satanic set of people that have been recycling themselves since Nigeria was created, all of them are affiliated. All of them. They are part of the reason, the part of the problem that is affecting everyone of us today. All of them are affiliated. Some people will say, let's be praying. Let's be praying. Yes, I pray. I communicate with my God, but I'm not stupid. And I can never be stupid. I will not allow myself to be stupid. Most Nigerians, statistically, 75 to 80% of Nigerians, both home and abroad, all of them have succumbed to this satanism of believing these satanic pastors because you choose to be gullible. That is where you know where the problem is coming from. Nigeria is a country where you talk, they arrest you. You don't have freedom of expression. You don't have freedom of speech. You can't say anything. I know some of you will be surprised now. The topic now, WAEC, why you can't be saying a pastor? Yes, because you don't know the foundation of your problem. The day you know the foundation of your problem, you will target that area. Yeah, listen. Ikechukwu, Joe Best, Ikechukwu, you say, stop the speaking nonsense. Why are you saying all pastors? You see, if you use the word nonsense again, you'll be blocked on earth and in heaven. But nobody will block you today because I believe, because I've not seen that name before, I believe it's your first time. So next time, you can disagree with my speech. We don't have a problem with that. But the one advocating and protecting this satanic set of pastors, yes, they will be telling you, God is doing it. God go do him. God is doing it. You live in UK. You live in America. Go back to Nigeria. I mean, you allow God to do it for you there. If you are not selfish, God is doing it. Let's pray. And you are in Canada. You are relaxing. You are enjoying your life. Why did you left Nigeria? Move back to Nigeria. Share the pains with the people that lives over there. Then I'll know that, yes, you know what you are doing. It's just like during the time of 2023 general election, you see people that live abroad were supporting satanic parties like APC and PDP. They were supporting them. I was like, wow. And you live abroad. You are enjoying the sacrifices that this same country where you are living, that the people put in years, decades ago, or century ago. You are enjoying it, and you are telling our satanic satanic politicians to continue. We have a long way to go, my people. We all have a long way to go. I've said it before. You see me, Mr. Elvis, my name. I will never succumb to Satanism. I'm not saying this for you to like me or hate me. This is my life. No. Never born that politician. You can't give me money. You're going to give me condition. Or you're going to tell me, say, you know what? We want you to reduce the way you talk about us on your platform or whatever and all that. Listen, in case you're not aware, most people that have said, and I quote, I don't want to talk, I don't want to die. I don't want to question these people, I don't want to die. As we speak now, many of them have died in result to the things that they avoided in addressing. Yes, many of them have died. Either they drive, you fall for pothole, you die. Or you drink water, wait, go enter inside, you eat all your intestine, you die. Or anything just happened, anything. This is where we find ourselves. For me, many of us are gullible because we believe that if we pray directly to God, God don't answer our prayer. You must go to one particular pastor for the pastor to lay hands on your head for you to be blessed. Pastors are part of the biggest problems we have in Nigeria. They are the ones that allow this satanic set of people to continue to recycle themselves, to deliberately impoverish us to the situation, to the state where we are today. But guess what, guys? In case you are not aware, it's going to continue to get worse. Yeah, if you are waiting, if you are part of the people or you join the people that is believing that, Nigeria will be better soon, until we stand up to tell this government, say no. Like I'm doing. I'm doing my part already. Every day I come here to tell them no. Every day. That is the best I can do. Anything you know, say you still do. Do your part. Let them know that we are dissatisfied with how they are treating us. Somebody go pay $800,000 in advance as school fees. Then you are still seeing some youth. I saw a video the other day, some people advocating and supporting, protesting for Yaya Bello. I was like, oh my God. How did we get here? How much they pay these people? They to pay them and give them maybe 200,000 naira or 100,000. I don't know how much they pay them. So I'm gonna hit the streets. Protest, say EFCC can never arrest me. EFCC can never arrest me. I told you guys before, the way Tinubu became the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, I never supported it. In fact, I didn't support Tinubu. I'm still not supporting Tinubu. But if Tinubu can help me and those that believe in my own ideology to arrest, even though he's corrupt, but if he can help us to put all these people in jail and throw the key inside the sea, I will be the happiest person on earth. But at the moment, we have still not seen anybody they have arrested successfully, say DJ, say they sentenced them to 50 years. We have not seen. Normally, if we wanted to eradicate poverty or corruption, let me say corruption, it's supposed to be capital. In fact, capital punishment must be reintroduced for corruption. In China, now zero corruption. In all those Asia culture and all that, many others, I can't remember their names right now. Zero tolerance for corruption. They don't take it. They don't accept it. Now only Nigeria, 9 person go do corruption, go church, go give testimony. Pastor go say me come sit down for front. Now only Nigeria, our leaders will steal our own money. They'll go to their community. The same people that they are impoverishing will be hailing them. They will be hailing them. Some of our lazy Edo youths. What do they call them? Leader. And I saw they talk like Agbero. My talk about how they talk.
They'll say, leader, hey, leader. I'm a leader with that, I'm a leader. They talk like admirals. The people that went to university, that have degrees, you need to see them talk when they are on live. Hey, my leader with that, but I'm not talking to them. My leader with that, they talk like, oh God. I have a long way to go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you. It's good to be back here again. I would like us to start talking. For those of you that want to call in, this is the best time for you to call in. Quickly, I'm only going to take 5 calls, 5 maximum. It could be 2 because I want us to talk so that we can end the show on time. I'm happy now that we are only 3 here, so I'm not posting that link again. In case they don't have the link, that is just fine like that. More you're living like that. You know, today's Saturday. Thank you very much, Mr. Chimize, for calling in. Good evening to you, sir. You have only 3 minutes, even though it's not busy, but I'm going to stick with the 3 minutes. Talk to us. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody.
Thank you, sir.
May God bless all what you do. Yeah. Nigeria is a, I don't know, every day, one story or another. It's evil that have eaten Nigeria already. How can you delete some WAEC? How can WAEC delete evidence of what a governor did? That's sitting there for a while now because they're using it, for references. Now they say, oh, this one is using this. Like people that say, APC have already, enter WAEC. Now, this is too bad. It's too bad, Nigerians. What's wrong with these people? Why Nigeria don't like history? This is the reason why they write the Biafran history. They never teach it in a school. Nowhere you can find it. The first thing that happened. Why don't we like a history? Why you don't like history? Come here, you will see a history of all the whole thing. Here, the history, you will see statutes of this person. Come on. When Nigeria going to get it right? Why people have eaten Nigeria? Then, Shemukuti. In fact, I'm disappointed. You have a voice. Yes, you're saying this way the politicians are corrupt. What do you do since all this while, since all this election ended? They have a voice. Have you ever one day said, okay, let me organize people, let me organize for protest, let me organize for this politician that is eating money? That's what he's supposed to do. Not coming to social media to come and rant. Because he has a voice. All of them, one way or the other, they are participants on this corruption. Because when the election comes, they're going to call them. Some of these people, we call them to think for them. And in the campaign field or places.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Your time is up, sir. Your time is up. Your time is up. 3 minutes now I give you, sir. Thank you, sir. Mr. Shimizu, are you hearing me? Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Okay, I thought you were not hearing me. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. Let me pick another call. Thank you very much for calling in your name and where you're calling us from. Hello.
Mr. Najawa,
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good evening, Mr. Najawa. This is I'm calling from Freetown, Senegal.
Good evening, sir. Please talk to us. You have 3 minutes.
Yes, Mr. Najawa, I appreciate your good job. There's something you said, I've been watching, there's something you said that makes me to calm. One, you said Nigerians are joking. That's number one. But that's a deep word, they won't understand it. 2, it's about when you tell the people the truth, they will come after you. You and I know that in Europe, they don't pray before no pastor will come out and say, pray. So for them to be the bridge, pray for them to be the road. It doesn't happen. But it happens in Nigeria. You know, when you talk them now about this pastor, you have become their enemy. But it's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
It's only in that country, pastor will come out and tell you, pray, 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 pray. So Nigeria will be good, pray, pray, pray. So Naira will pass dollar. The type of situation in that country is what I keep asking myself. Did Nigerians actually know the problem they are into? Are they sure? Are they not seeing the handwriting on the wall? And then you may say something again. The people that live in Europe are the most satanic people I've ever seen in this planet Earth. You see, the ones living in Europe are the most dangerous human beings, especially on this planet Earth. They live where there is light 24 hours. They live where there's good roads. They live where electricity, you can open your tap, you see water. They live where hospital, you can even call the ambulance. If they delay you, you talk to them anyhow. They live where if your wife is pregnant, the ambulance will come and pick her immediately. But none of those things exist in Nigeria. And they will see these people that live in Europe. The most educated, sophisticated idiots that live in Europe. They are the ones when you see.
And they'll be telling us to be praying for Nigeria to work. We should be praying.
I'm telling you, that prayer of a 10 is what sometimes when I think about it, it drives my memory. I just don't know what to say to myself. I ask myself, does these people actually know what they are? Where is this people? Where did they come from? And they live where prayer does not work. What works is where the individual, the masses who hold the government accountable. They hold them. You have to account for us about what happened like this. What happened so day? Why did this thing?
Okay.
They hold them responsible.
Thank you.
But in Nigeria, they ask you to pray.
Thank you, sir.
Nigeria Watch, thank you very much. They are deceiving themselves. That is what I'm saying. Until it
Thank you.
eventually it will happen.
Thank you.
Everybody will take the breakfast and they will eventually it will happen. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. All right, let me take we have Mother Origin on the phone. Good evening to you, ma'am. Please talk to us.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am, we can hear you.
Hello, Mr. Niger Watch.
Good evening.
How are you today?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you very much. Please talk to us.
Okay, I greet everyone. I greet Mama Diaspora. I greet all the commenters, everyone. Straight to the point. Something you taught us, you failed it today. You said, do not generalize. You mentioned all pastors. So based on that,
Yes.
I totally, vehemently disagree with you on that.
Yes, for using the word all. Yes, I agree. Yeah, I shouldn't use all.
Yeah. The word all, almost what you're saying is like, it's a truth. The fake ones and there are so much going on in the what I call religion in Nigeria that has, made, when you call pastors that also, I want to include traditional leaders, imams, our elders. A lot of them have disappointed us, and so they need to wake up. They need to wake up. I say it, I repeat my proverb. When a child is crying and is pointing on one particular direction, if the child's mother is not there, the father will be there, or both will be there. So our problem that is eating up that nation is so much that everybody needs to sit up. That's the bottom line. We don't want to sugarcoat it anymore. It is painful. It is painful to watch what is going on. It's like Daniel Bwala, Mr. Barrister Mark, all their comments. These are people that they are even if it is these two quotes. Let me quote them. Daniel Bwala said, "The human brain is unique and a miracle. It works, functions optimally 24 hours, 376 or 375 days a year. Until you join APC, then it stops working, which means they are brain dead. People, human beings, are in this promoting this. Barrister Mark said that they are a wasted, crooked generation. I didn't say it. It is our elders that said it. They know what they are doing. They know the evil that they have perpetrated and have promoted and has eaten from it. And they are making their children, like you, Mr. Niger Watch, talking the way you are talking, which my mother said to me, when you push a child in badly, that child will, you see, badly cause to come out of that child. So our elders are pushing their children to release bad courses. And these courses are not going to go. The air is hearing, the land is hearing. It is evil. It is only in Nigeria that you see a dangerous, life-threatening cancer diagnosed. It's not even that they didn't know. Well diagnosed. It is only in Nigeria that the system and the people and the elders will spend time and energy and effort and resources promoting and forcing it on their children. It is a shame. Mr. Niger Watch, I say today, thank you for, doing what you're doing. We'll continue to push.
Thank you.
We are not going to ask them to buy our pastors. There are very good ones, many of them, but the bad ones are making it look, and they are not excused. God bless you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, ma. All right, let me take this call quickly. Mr. Ike, thanks for calling in, sir. Good evening to you. Please talk to us.
Yes, my brother. Good morning.
Thank you.
Good evening, your side. Mr. Niger, there is this, my friend, that he went to a church to pray for employment. And the place where they were doing that church was a factory where he used to work. The church bodied over. The factory closed and the church bodied over. And they're using it for church. And he went there to pray for employment. How will he come? Will he fall from heaven? This is a factory where you were working. But because of government policies and other things, the factory closed and left Nigeria. A church bought the building and turned it into church. And you are inside that place praying to have a job. Bros, how would that work? How would that work? Yesterday, I was so down. My friend died yesterday. He's a reverend father. He was in Nigeria here sick. They went all to the hospitals and they say, oh, they can't find what is wrong with him. They can't find what is wrong with him. The Hannah had to travel to Egypt. It was at Egypt they found what was wrong with him, but it was too late. He died yesterday. He died yesterday. What kind of country is this? How can I saw your analysis? I was watching the video when Michelle was making the analysis of what 1 billion is, and somebody can keep this much. What are you going to do with it? Boss, we have a long way. Oh, thank you.
We have a long way, man. Thank you, sir. Thank you. People don't know why we are angry. I wish some of you know, because sometimes some of us are we all want a better Nigeria and all that, but we are still stylishly gullible. We are not sure how we want to have it. You see, some of us normally say we should be patient. America got their blah 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 in so many years. UK got their own blah 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 blah. They'll start giving you some kind of comparison that doesn't make no sense. People are suffering, languishing away right now in Nigeria. No light, no road, no security. Nothing is working. Absolutely nothing is working in Nigeria. But guess what? Tomorrow, you see how churches go full. Most especially all those front runners, all those top pastors who don't know. See how their church go full. They see we a packer. What is what is wrong with Nigerians? I've been in UK for almost all my life. I never see UK people. The only people that still carry the church matter, they confuse and deceiving themselves for UK, for example, now still Nigerians. Joey both themselves will get their country. Go to their church, Catholic. You see them. You go there, we'll do your prayer, they share biscuits and coffee round, and we pray.
there's a basket there for offering. They don't ask anybody go and give offering. It's up to you. They don't ask you if you would like do. So out of 100% of people that came to the church to attend that Sunday, you see now only 2 people give offering or 1. Pastor, no, they ask you, and the 1 person will still give, pastor will not recognize you. Nobody cares. And if you're a member of the church, if you have problem, you have your documentation issues, church will help you to get them. If you have accommodation issue, church will help you to find where you go to live. If you have employment issue, church will help you. And they tell you how Igbo people think they do their own. But Nigerian pastors for UK, hey God, oh, now 3 services that they do, 3. The first one you go give offering and tithe. Second one you go give offering again, maybe on that tithe. Third one you give offering tithe. Then I'll now come and talk about bountiful seed. They'll now also come and talk about give a provocative offering to God. They'll now also come and talk, what is wrong with us? Why are you people putting us in the state of guilt? If you don't do things in a certain way, God will punish you. That's how these people have managed to capture most of our brains. That if you don't do things in a certain way, they have some verses that we read to put fear in you. You tell pastor that you have problems, will say, give a provocative offering to God for God to answer you. People when do this broadcast, maybe you tell the talk so. Now provocative offering they give to God where they do where you hear my voice, so they hear your own. iPhone, all of us they use today, or different kind of phones that we are used to communicating with ourselves. Did they give a provocative offering before they were able to do it? Now Nigeria person I get Facebook. Now Nigeria person get Instagram. Now Nigeria person get Twitter. Now Nigeria person get the YouTube that we are using today. Now Nigeria person get TikTok. Now Nigeria person all the prayers. Make una tell me wetin this prayer where we they pray for Nigeria. Wetin don't do for Nigeria. And if I can get one, just one. God have given every one of us the power to change our future. But we kept asking God for the same thing that He has already given to us. He give you, He give Oyibo people. Oyibo people can't use their own well. You can't come from your own country. You can't go stay with the Oyibo people. You can't do their own country. Then you can't from their country. They talk to the people who still in Nigeria. Say that they pray that God will do it. Notice all of us are deceiving ourselves. Let's move on, man. Thank you very much, people. The first person on the panel today is Honorable Samuel Mov. Okay, we lost you. Honorable, we lost you there. I wanted to call you right now. Okay. I would like us to quickly move on to the next person so that let me go to Mr. Jonathan. Mr. Jonathan, thank you very much for your time with us. Good evening to you, sir. Please, I'd like you to talk to us.
Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis. How are you doing today, Mr. Elvis?
I'm very fine, sir.
Thank you very much. Greetings to you. God bless you. Greetings to all the panelists. I greet every one of you, those that are on the comment section, those that are listening. I greet everyone. Thank you very much. God bless you all. You're welcome. I quickly want to start on this WAEC thing. I don't want to waste time on it at all. And to bring Nigerians to the facts, what the facts are. Let's get it clear. WAEC cannot rewrite history. They can't do that. If this is true, if this is WAEC deleting online, this is just another mediocrity activity. And I believe they know. It's WAEC we are talking about here. So I believe they know. This is just another psychophancy act. You see? So they can't distort history. They can't do that. They can attempt, but this is just a game that will not even hold water. The history are there. The facts are there. When it comes to education, WAEC results that Mr. Peter Obi turned Anambra State from number 26 to number 1 is just a tiny part of the story. That's what we must know. So when we know this, With this one will not even give us it. We won't even waste our time on it. We won't waste our time on it. The WAEC issue that Anambra State became number one is just a very tiny, insignificant part of the whole story. You got to go back to the beginning. How in Anambra State, see, in 2000, the year 2000, the United Nations came together with more than 150 countries, initiated the Millennium Development Program, and over 150 countries signed as signatories, Nigeria inclusive. That is what we want. You can't, WAEC has no capacity to change these facts. These are there. Nothing was done in Anambra State from 2000 to 2007. When Peter Obi came in, he swung straight into action. Full force, head on. He started implementing the Millennium Development Goals. All the facts are there. Transparency International, they are all there. You can't even, where do you want to start from? The International Center for Investigative Reporting, they have all this, specifically on Anambra State, what they did. The Commissioner for Education under Mr. Peter Obi is still alive. What they did, he implemented the Millennium Development Program. The key aspect of it when in the area of education, that was what they focused on. These are the key things. So this WAEC thing is a child's play. Leave it aside. It doesn't even bother me. That is just leave it. Is the first of all, when they talk one ranting, whatever his name is, the other week was talking about Peter Obi have not built any how many school, or has Peter Obi built any school at all? This is nonsensical. The key fact is when you see the process that the government in Anambra State under Mr. Peter Obi followed religiously, the Millennium Development Goals in the area of education, in the area of healthcare, in the area of education, he ensured that there is access. In fact, see, if you go to he ensured that that is the key thing you want to ensure when you are talking about education. Access to education. It's not about just building new ones. They say that's what they do in Nigeria. We'll come to that later. It's access to education. Making sure that the children have access to education. That is it. See, in Anambra State educational system was so vibrant during Mr. Peter Obi that the state has the capacity to even bring in students from other states, and it will not impact their system. Access to education, improvement of the school infrastructure. Students have access. Classes were not crowded. Please these are facts. They are all there. These are the facts that were considered at the end of the day that place Anambra State at the top. It's not just at the end of the day, you just pick WAEC. No, the WAEC thing was just a tiny part of the whole process. If you analyze it, it starts from, first of all, making sure that in Anambra State, there is access. Children have access to education across Anambra State. He returned the schools back to the mission, and he backed it up back then with 10 billion naira. 10 billion naira as at then. That's the kind of money you probably be talking about, 80 to 90 billion today. He backed it up with 10 billion. He improved the infrastructure of the school. Contracts were not given to regular contractors. Principals of schools were handed over money, and they are held accountable. he ensured that this is not just about starting school. That is one thing. You can go and carry all the Amajiris in the north, carry all of them, use your force and carry all of them, go and dump them in school. The question is, at the end of the day, how many of them will have completed the program, primary schools and secondary school? In Anambra State, the completion rate was the highest. Those are the indices. Access, completion rates. So students were able to go to school. Classes were not crowded. They are not overcrowded. In Anambra State, a whole school in Anambra State, you are having only about 300 students. Can you imagine that? The numbers are there. 200 students in some school, 400 in a whole secondary school. Why would the quality not be there? From JSS 1 to SS 3, the entire secondary school, 350. Some school, 390 students. Implication: each class will be having about 25 students, 30 students. That is standard. So WAEC cannot rewrite history. If they are doing this to pander to the government, I think they missed it. They missed it completely. We got to go back to the facts, how it all started, how it was achieved, how the result, the WAEC result, the NECO result, how they were achieved. We got to go back to how it was built. The structure did not just emerge one day. No. A solid foundation was laid the moment Peter Obi became governor in 2007. This thing WAEC is talking about came out around 2013, 2014. So what happened? Do you think it just came out like that? They went back and studied it, assessed it, review it from 2007 to 2014 before they can. It didn't just start like that. So, in an attempt to rewrite history for political purposes or whatever, shameful. That's all I would say. Shameful. It wasn't thought through, and it was just an irrelevant subject to me. The facts are there. So let's get that clear. They can't rewrite history, and they know that. And I will go to this video by Femi Kuti. Is it Femi Kuti? I don't know. The video he was talking about, Nigeria.
Sheung
Kuti. Sorry, Sheung Kuti. You see, we all know Nigeria is not a normal country. Everything is said there passionately. Those are the issues we have in Nigeria. Those are the issues that we're facing in Nigeria till today. Nigeria is a substandard country. Let's just say the fact so that when we say it, we will know. Because if you have a problem, for you to solve the problem, you must first of all identify the problem. We must know Nigeria is a substandard nation. Don't let us pander. Don't let us, deceive ourselves. It's substandard. And the people are used to that. They are used to mediocrity. That is why a governor will run a state for 8 years. 8 solid years. And it is after he had left office, you are now pursuing him. Immunity or no immunity. When he was in office, that is the time that the system will have brought him to account. You can see. Because why? In Nigeria, Nigerians love their political armed robbers. They love their political armed robbers. To the point where, as at the time the robbery is going on, who does that anyway? Let's bring it to our normal, our individual lives. What is happening in Nigeria? We're so naive. So naive to the point. In some cases, it's like we're doing it deliberately. We know what we're doing because none of us, no Nigeria, will apply that, what is happening in Nigeria, to their own individual personal lives. Until we get this simple fact. When the robbery is going on, the robbery of stealing the state, stealing the country dry, siphoning the nation commonwealth, when it is going on right before our eyes, Nigerians, we are seeing it playing out. All of us will keep quiet. Nigerians, right there in Nigeria, they will keep quiet. I don't know how you will see a robber that will come to your house, stealing everything. No gun was, nobody put anything, to buy you on your head. You are not blindfolded. Your hands and legs were not tied. And you will allow the robber to finish the robbery. You will witness it. You will not call the attention of the security agencies. You will do nothing. In fact, you will help him to load the truck. He will carry your TV. He will carry all your furnitures. He will carry everything in your house. In fact, you will be the one assisting him to load everything into the truck, the trailer that he brought. And then when he has gone completely, far, far, far from you, you will now start raising alarm. That is what is happening in Nigeria. It is insanity. And it's happening over and over and over again. Tell me, I will bring it to these pastors. I will connect this whole thing in Nigeria to the Nigerian religious, stupidity that is going on there when people are talking about churches, pastors. I will connect it together so that we can understand this. Which pastor in Nigeria, please, any mainstream pastor in Nigeria or a preacher in Nigeria, that people will not pay tithe and offerings for 4 weeks and he will keep quiet? I'm talking of the mainstream preachers and pastors. Tell me that in his church, first Sunday, people just come. At the end of the day, they all walk out. They said tithe and offering, 0. Nothing was done. Second Sunday, 0. Nothing was done. Third Sunday, he will not even wait till second Sunday. He will swing into action immediately. Like things like, if you don't pay your tithe, you will go to hell. Things like you must challenge God. You must give. He will come out in a vigorous way, as if his life depends on it. He will fight it. Literally fight. He will fight people. And that is it. You go to church one Sunday, second Sunday, mainstream church in Nigeria, you don't pay your tithe. Bring that to what is happening in Nigeria. That a state governor or the government of the nation will not pay salary and pensions for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, and people will keep quiet. Can you please connect this? What is the sense here? Why would people keep quiet? The very first month that a governor does not pay salary, that is that very month that it will be brought to account. You don't wait for that governor not to pay salaries and pension for 2 months. It is stupidity. The world is listening. The world knows what is going on, that in Nigeria, they don't pay salary. A nation, Nigeria, a vast nation of natural resources, they don't pay salaries for pensions for years. In some states, pensions are not paid for decades. It's not normal. It's not normal. It is the first month that you don't pay salary. How dare you not pay salary when the money was provided? Nothing will be said. You won't hear nothing. Nothing. No press conference. Nothing to the people. It will just not the salary not paid, and people will just continue like that. Can they do that in their churches? Go there and don't pay your tithe. In fact, in some churches, they will start locking you out. They won't allow you to come in. You are coming here. You think they will tell you. You think the seat you are sitting on is free? You think some churches have AC? You think we are getting it for free here? You think the fan that is blowing? Some people don't have electricity in their house for the past 1 week. It is only when they get to church on Sunday they will even see fan. They will see lights. For the past 7 days they have not seen. You think it's free here? Don't come here. Don't try that nonsense with us here. Pay your tithe and your offering. And these same pastors, these same preachers will not use their platform to bring the government to account. What they know that it cannot happen even in their own ecosystem, in their own setup, they know it is not normal.
Mr. Jonathan, do you know why they cannot use their platform to call out the government? Because they know that if they're there, the government will shut them down.
Then
the government will
yes, I know.
We ask them to start paying tax and everything.
Yeah.
They can't try it.
Yeah, but then that they are not doing the work of God. They are not doing the work of God. They are doing the work of man. Because if they are doing the work of God, it is the truth. You will stand on the utmost truth. Regardless what happens, you will stay on the truth. Which pastor will stay? I still say this. Get this straight. Which pastor will allow his church? No offering, no tithe for 1 week in Nigeria? It will become the main news the next day. Is it Christ Embassy you want to go to, and people will go there one Sunday? He will call all the whole media in Nigeria. They are not. It will eat the headline both on the national mainstream media and social media in Nigeria. You don't pay tithe. Or is it Redeem you want to go to? No tithe. Nothing was paid. Is it Winners you want to go to? And then in Nigeria, a governor will not pay salary for 1 month. In fact, they have the guts, the audacity. They will not pay pension for years. That is the problem we have in Nigeria. And until that is dealt with, we're going nowhere. We're going nowhere. We're just wasting our time. We still saw the president in the last few days. I checked. I took my time when this week. I've been checking it for the last 2-3 days. Is attending the World Economic Forum in Dubai. In Riyadh, in Saudi Arabia. And I've been checking for the last 3 days. I want to see world leaders that are there. I've not seen one. Apart from CEO of major multinational corporations, foreign ministers, yes, they are all there. I've not seen one prime minister, major prime minister, president, wasting his time off there. Please bring it out for me. Till this morning, my last check, because I'm really checking. I want to see one European prime minister or president that will be wasting his time there. Doing what? These are the things they do. Wasting time in the Netherlands. I hear all the romance, all the analysis of the Nigerian media. This is what we're talking about. Do you think Netherlands is stupid? Do you think they don't know what is going on in Nigeria? Do you think they don't know that any money that enters Nigeria will be stolen? Do you think the world is not watching? They know much more what is happening in Nigeria more than Nigerians themselves, because Nigerians don't know anything. Yes. That is why politicians can come and talk stupidity all over the place, and people will take it. And they know they will go away with it because people will not reason. Wasting time. You think Netherlands does not know? You have not started. Any country, I've said it before, I will say it again. Any country in the world today that wants to come into Nigeria to come and invest is an opportunist. They have seen something is an advantage for them to come and make much more, not to come and develop Nigeria in the first place. Get that straight. Get that. Let's know that. So don't let us deceive ourselves. Who? You think they don't know what is going on in Nigeria? All these politicians should be ashamed of themselves. Who is going to come to Nigeria, a country that is well blessed? We're still talking about, look at the educational system. Where do you want to start from? Where? Leaving the main issue and pursuing things that will not be beneficial to the people. Going ahead with the construction of the Lagos Calabar Coastal Project when there are projects, abandoned, uncompleted projects scattered all over the country, and then that is what we are pursuing. You think Europeans and Americans, you think they are stupid? Roads all over the countries are messed up, and then you are going on another gigantic project. Why not use that money that you want to use now simply to at least complete those ones before you embark on this? You are not even talking cheap. They are not even talking cheap. The Lagos Calabar project, the Minister of War said it will cost, it was forced. And then he said it out. Look at him. He's put it out of his mouth. It will cost over 15 trillion naira. Are you kidding me? The first phase of the project will cost over 1 trillion naira. Take that 1 trillion, complete project. Look at states across Nigeria, roads across Nigeria. Before you know it, they will be talking about exclusive list, federal roads. Okay, federal roads. Use the 1 trillion you want to use for this first phase. Go and complete all those federal roads, all those uncompleted, dilapidated, death-trapped roads across the length and breadth of Nigeria. Start from Lagos, come down from Lagos, drive to Benin City. There are death traps all over the place in that state. Are you kidding me? The man that stole almost $1 million to pay school fees, Yaya Bello, go to Kogi State today. See the state of roads there, the flooding. Even in Lokoja, there. Not to talk of the other local government area, the outskirts of the state. Right there in Lokoja, when it rains, look at the flooding in that part of the state. And it stood there for 8 years, stole the state dry. And now it's using the same stolen money to fight the state. It's using the same stolen money to put up a team of lawyers to go to defend him. So, my people, this is where we are in Nigeria. And please don't let us deceive ourselves. We are part of the problem. We love Nigerians, love their political armed robbers. They love them so much that they will defend their political armed robbers. We've seen some today.
Okay.
Mr. Elvis, I'll leave it at that. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thanks to everyone.
Thank you, Mr. Jonathan. Thank you very much for that wonderful submission. Yes, let's continue to say it how it is, my people. Say it how it is, because the problem we have in our country is huge. It's very, very huge. But let me call on Honorable Sam. Thank you, sir, for joining us. Good evening to you. Please talk to us. Honorable, you need to unmute yourself.
Good evening. Good evening, Mr. Najawash. Good evening, every panel and every viewers at home. I'm delighted to still hear everyone's voice. I've been listening to people in their various submission. I listened to Elvis Kinley when he talked about the pastors. I listened to everybody in their own way. Yeah, when you see people talking like this, you find out that they are talking out of anger, out of frustration, out of disappointment over what is happening in our nation. Nigeria happens to be a blessed nation that ought not to be suffering what we are suffering now. What we are suffering now ought not to be. That's why you see people versing their own anger in different ways. This is a nation that is blessed with both human and capital resources. Nigerians are very intelligent. You see somebody who is unable to do anything here in Nigeria, the moment the person travels out, he becomes a king wherever he is, he's able to make ends meet. You see him doing a lot.
Exactly.
You see somebody who is unable to go to school here in Nigeria, going abroad, you see him going to school easily. You know, that goes to show, if you look at the medical field in Americas, in Europe, all over the world, Nigerians were excelling. But we are in a country where talents are not encouraged. Talents, even when the talents are there, they are not encouraged by the government. It's rather unfortunate. Sometimes we begin to ask ourselves, what is the way forward in this our nation? What is the way forward? You know, yesterday we were talking about the different political parties. I told them, I said, it's not all about the political parties, it's all about you and I. Talking about individualism. No more national consciousness. If you see the movement that are coming, because the government, we are talking about government is from the people. Government is an example of an average Nigerian. You know, sometimes you see somebody, you feel if this person get there, there will be a change. If he's there, you see a different thing entirely. I'll keep telling everyone, we must bring back national consciousness. National consciousness, thinking of what we can offer to this country. Yes, the government has failed over the years. Failed in actually giving to Nigerians the dividends of democracy. I keep telling ourselves that major challenge we have in our country is greed. It's greed. Until we learn to remove that greed out of us, Nigeria will still remain the way it is today. You see people accumulating wealth, buying properties they don't even need. That is the situation we find ourselves. Buying properties they don't need because they just want to have it. You see a senator in the Federal Republic parading wealth, parading shoes, parading caps, parading wristwatches to Nigerians when you know your fellow Nigerians are suffering. Those in your constituents, they are suffering. Some cannot even eat. Nigeria is a country now, we cannot even celebrate one day of power. One day. We cannot even celebrate, some areas we can't celebrate 2 hours. I begin to wonder, where do we go from here? Is it that we don't have the money to give ourselves light? Is it that the Nigerians or the government, is there something in Asu Rock that when they get there, they will not know what to do? Before they get there, they will promise us. The moment I'm elected as the president of the Federal Republic, the major thing we're going to do is power. But how have they been able to do that? PDP, we've seen PDP rule. They failed in that aspect. We've seen APC rule. They failed in that aspect. We begin to wonder, what next? What next do we do? That's the situation we are seeing ourselves. It's rather unfortunate. So when you hear people talking about we shouldn't pray, it's not prayer we need. Sometimes I begin to ask ourselves, what do we actually need in Nigeria? What do we actually need? If we have to look at it critically, we as Nigerians, we must talk to ourselves. Sometimes we see these people that are corrupt. You even see the electorate praising them. They are coming, hey, chair. Hailing corrupt politicians. Hailing corrupt civil servants. Hailing corrupt businessmen. The problem we have now is not just all about the politicians, because who are the politicians? Politician is somebody that's involved in the art of politics, which anybody, one way or the other, we are all involved. A politician is somebody that's having political office, holding a political office, or contesting for a political position. That does not make him different from an average Nigerian. A politician is from the Nigerian society. So it's a societal problem. It's a societal problem that when they come to this country, for example, let me give an example of what I'm saying. You see an average Nigerian, the moment maybe they are overseas, they will behave themselves. The moment they land Nigeria, you see their behavior will just change. If they are abroad, they will break out traffic lights. Once they come to Nigeria, no, that's our way of life. So I begin to ask myself, is it that there's a spirit working against this nation? You see somebody you entrusted your votes to, hoping to deliver. You voted him, you mobilized. At the time the person is in power, it's a different ball game entirely. So Nigerians as a whole, we must learn to change our attitude. If you're a businessman, be a good businessman with sincerity. If you're a public servant or a civil servant, because this thing we are saying, I keep telling people, politicians cannot steal a dime without the cooperation of the civil servants. These are the other aspects, because sometimes all our focus are just on politicians. All focus on politicians. Politicians cannot steal a dime without the cooperation of the public or the civil servants. The moment you enter political office, they are the one that will tell you how to go about it. They are the one that will tell you how to retire vouchers. They are the one that will show you everything. But most often than not, you see our focus is just always on the politicians. The civil servant, their career civil servant, they've been there. Politicians will only come, roof for maybe local government level 3 years, in the state level 4 years. But this people, they've been there. They know how. They know the how. So we as Nigerians, we should not just let our focus be on politicians only. We should look at Nigeria holistically. Then we begin to ask ourselves, where do we go from here? Where have we wrong? Where are we missing it? In Nigeria now, no more pipe ball water, everybody is seeking borehole. What is trending in Benin now is everybody is installing solar energy, because NEPA, they failed. BEDC, they failed. At a time, the governor of the state introduced, wanted to have a state power. The federal government is saying, no, you cannot be involved in distribution. Then I begin to ask myself, is there something about this power we still don't understand? It's being rumored that some persons they are the sole distributor of generator. That if Nigeria Power work, they will not supply generator again. Sometimes you will say, no, that may not be true. But if you really look at what's happening, Nigeria is the one supplying some neighboring country lights. The people who are supplying lights, they've celebrated 5 years of no-NEPA failure. Some have celebrated 10 years of no power failure. But those of us that are supplying, the country that is supplying, at those states, in Benin City, some aspect of Benin City, more than 80% of Benin metropolis. We cannot celebrate power for 3 or 4 hours a day. So the question is that where do we go from here? Now, Nigerians will know how to analyze problem, but what we lack is profound solution to those problems. Our government knows how to bring out policies. What we lack is policy implementations. They come with good policies, but how are they able to implement these policies? It's our time Nigerians will begin to, opinion leaders, student union governments, civil society organizations, market women, different associations. It's our time we sit down and begin to tell ourselves, is this the way it's going to remain? Will Nigeria remain like this? We cannot even control our currency. Today, dollar is 1,005. Tomorrow, dollar is 1,002. The other day, dollar is 1,004. The other day, dollar is 1,007. The whole thing is becoming. My son, the 7 years, is 8 years old. The 9 years old son asked me, said, Daddy, when he heard on this, they said that dollar is falling. Say, why are people celebrating that dollar is falling? Are we using dollars? I started explaining the effect of dollar increase and the effect of the increase in the Nigeria economy. Now, what is our country doing about it? The other day, they just came out, don't worry, dollar will crash. How is it going to crash? What are your monetary policies? What are your policies on production? A country that's not producing anything, you are saying dollar will crash. How? The only thing we have is just crude. And the crude, we are taking it outside the country. Another country will go and refine it. After refining it, Nigeria will still go and buy with our money. We'll buy with dollars. They want that country to something to change. How? The other day, I think when Peter Obi granted press conference, he made reference to agriculture. He made reference to the vast land in the north. When we were growing up, as a young person in school those days, what we call granite pyramid. We were taught cash crop and bush crop. That particular type of crop, they are cash crop. In other words, you Nigerian government will sell it outside, so sell it and make money out of it. They will know the one that is food. Yes, it's for local consumption. But today, what are the crops we can boast of in Nigeria and say these are the cash crop? What are the crops we can boast of? Where are the cocoa pyramid? Where are the granite pyramids in the north? We don't see them anymore. So if we must go forward as a nation, we must go back to our drawing board and begin to wonder, what do we want as a nation? How do we take this nation forward? In economics, we are taught of specialization. Country specializing in what you are good at. If you look at Nigeria as a country, we say Federal Republic of Nigeria. Are we really Federal Republic? Are we practicing federalism? The answer is no. Not through federalism. If we cannot practice federalism, we should try co-federal system. So if you look at Nigeria holistically, you know there's a problem somewhere. The question is that what is the problem? How do we go about it? Is it that our leaders, they don't know what to do? At least our former president, our present president now, he was a governor of a state for 8 years. Whether we like it, we accept it or not, he was one of those that developed Lagos. He built the foundation which other governors are now building upon in Lagos State. Now, what are they now doing in Nigeria? Can they bring the same policies? Can they talk about industrialization? What can we say we are good at in Nigeria? What is that particular product? We can say, okay, this is Nigerian product. We are good at it. Let us concentrate it. Let us supply the whole of Africa.
They are not good at anything. They are just sharing money. They are sharing money within themselves.
So that's what I'm saying. What are we really good at? It's a question I'm asking myself. You see some country and say, okay, this country is good at this. The only thing I even know at the time, they say, okay, Nigeria is good as it's maybe electrical cables. Say Nigeria cable is better than UK cable. I remember when I wanted to buy, they brought Nigeria cable, they said Nigeria cable is good, we are good at this. So if Nigerian cable can be better than UK cable, produced in Nigeria, now can't we just still concentrate on that and say, okay, Nigeria cable will supply the whole of Africa and supply part of Europe and part of Asia, and think of other things. We have NIFO in Benin. Where is NIFO today? Malaysia, as they came to Benin, NIFO to collect seedlings. Today, Malaysia had one of the major source of fund for them is the palm oil. What they came to collect in Benin City, or in Edo State rather. It's now their major source of income, their major source of revenue in their country. So the question I ask myself, is it that when they are not there, they are under oath? Is it that they are being ruled by some the Nigeria Watch will always use satanic people? Is it that there are satanic forces in Asu Rock that's making things not to work, that if they get there, it's a different ball game entirely? The way Nigeria is now, it looks as if Nigeria will don't even have a president. No fiscal policy, no monetary policies, no policy on agriculture. Our refineries are not working. They are enjoying importing fuel. So the question I just begin to ask myself, where did we wrong ourselves? How did this thing just happen? And what is the way forward? It's a question I ask myself. Sometimes I don't even know how to answer it. Sometimes I'm even not proud to introduce myself as a politician anymore with the way things are going in this country. Sometimes I'm not proud to introduce myself because we are called different names. Politicians are thieves. Politicians are that. Politicians are this. Will you blame them? Yes, it is because they believe these are supposed to be our leaders. So the whole thing, if you look at Nigerian problem started from the amalgamation of 1914. amalgamation of 1914. I keep telling people that's where the whole problem started from. The merging of the northern and the southern, is it the northern Nigeria? Let me permit me to use that word. And the southern part of the country. You know, in that document, if you go through that document, it was just 6 Nigerians that sat down with about 22 Europeans and said they want to merge north, and they sat together. And that agreement was just for 100 years. In their document, the document stated that after 100 years, each party can re-evaluate and determine if they want to continue to stay together or if they want to go to their separate ways. So by law, if we have to go by that edit, or if we have to go by law, that edit expired in 2014. 2014, because it was signed in 1914. So by 2014, that edit has expired. If our forefathers, they agreed that after 100 years, we should come back and review. Have they reviewed? Till now, no review has been done. We begin to say Nigerians were one. How are we one? How are we one? If you cross over Niger and go to the other part of the country, you begin to wonder, how are we one? We're not living in a time where we see many humans, but not enough humanity. We're living in a time where the rich has more rooms than the children, while the poor have more children than rooms. People are not, oh God, sometimes Nigerian problem, when you are discussing it, you don't even know where to start from, where to end. We don't know where to start, where to end. But the only thing I still believe, we shouldn't lose hope. I'm still of the school of thought that prayer can still change things. The reason I said that, I know some people will not want to hear this. In our individual way, we pray to God in our personal matters. When something is bothering our spirit, bothering our heart, we pray to God, we ask God. If we now do that individually, it means we still believe there's a portion in our heart that God can still change things. So when we say we are praying for a nation, when you are praying for a nation, what are you praying for? You are praying that God should bring out leaders with sincere spirits. Leaders that will have that national consciousness. I'm a member of the People's Democratic Party, and I'm proud to be. But most often that if you hear, when Peter Obi granted press conference the other day, I was just wondering, why can't Nigerians look at what he was talking that he wants to raise? Is it 2,000 people? 2,000. I can't. Let me paraphrase. People that will seek boreholes. He was talking about the poor. He was talking about agriculture. You know, he was advising the government of the day, appealing to individuals, appealing to the rich. How they can help in industrializing the nation. How they can help to produce pipe water for local communities. There are still some communities that are still going to stream in the 21st century to get water. I'm not surprised if a old city, one of the oldest cities in the world or in Africa, Benin City, more than 80% are in darkness. So what are we talking about? So please, Nigerians, we should have a rethink. Because when we talk about the politicians, we have to still talk about the electorate. I'm happy it's changing gradually. Because in the feed, during election, you see the electorate, and today is our day, now today be our data, today be our market. What is their market? Give us money. Give us money to vote. Give us money to vote. Some of them, they don't care. Now today I will get my, I don't say if I don't enter there now, we'll not go say anything. They are not even, they don't care who is there tomorrow. What they just want is that give me that 5,000 naira for me to vote for who you want me to vote for. And that politician may have spent the money, maybe borrowed money because of before they borrowed it to spend in the election day. What do you expect of them? After all, I've paid you people. You people asked me to pay, I've paid. So leave me. The money when I borrowed, let me go and get it. After getting it, let me enrich myself. But even at that, Most of our people now they are in abroad. To have more than 2 vehicles, 3 vehicles in abroad is a liability. It's a liability. But here, like I said earlier on, you see us parading wealth, building mansions they cannot even sleep of hospital that is needed. Rather than doing it, they'll go and carry the money and put in Swiss bank. Carry the money and put in European countries. The money that would have been used, even if you, what I tell people, even if you have the opportunity to steal, you mustn't steal anyway. But if you now steal, that money you stole, you invest it in Nigeria. Rather than investing it, they take the money and go elsewhere. That's why I keep telling people, I say God love Nigeria. I said it the other day, I said God love Nigeria. In the sense that, when I say, if you look at what has happened in this country, it's enough for the country to have broken down. It's enough. But you see us still managing. Nigerians are very patient people. So I want to appeal to every one of us here, listening now. Another election is coming up. A difference in some states in Nigeria, most especially in those states. Let's not use sentiment. Let's not use bitterness. Let's not use hatred for another person. And though where as Agboma Amayewon, no matter what, Agbo yo man nekpe gbo the separable. You know, I saw more than nekpe gbo. I said that to say this. We shouldn't allow our hatred for a particular person change our mentality and say because of that hatred, they are not mine. We are going to just do it. Let us do it to punish this man. No, we have three major candidates in Edo State now. We have 3 major candidates. They've started moving. People have started knowing them. I want to appeal to Edo people. Let us know who we want to cast our vote for. Let us take them individually, who they are, irrespective of political party. Irrespective of political parties. Let us look at their past. Let us look at their histories. Let us look at their achievements. Let them tell us what they want to do. It's not enough to say, if I just come, I will tie Bini Auchi Road. What is the how? If I will come, I will ensure employment. Every Edo State people will have job. What is your how? How are you going to do it? That's why I will still praise. I want to thank Nigeria Watch for bringing the aspirants so that we listen to them. The candidate for PDP has come to speak to us. We look forward to seeing other candidates. We'll ask them questions so that the electorate can make informed decision on who they really love. Me as a politician, I've personally done my assessment. I've done my assessment. I've looked at the candidates. I've looked at their running mates. I've looked at them holistically. I've taken place to look at their background. Who are they? What have they done before now? How can they do what they want to do? Who did they have their allegiance to? Is it to one godfather out there or to the Edo people? These are some of the basic questions we should be asking ourselves. Are they of independent mind? Are they people that can think for themselves? Or are they people that others will do their thinking that they are talking for them? Like what one aspirant said the other day, which is not trending in social media. That before I do that, I have to go and consult with my leader. Yeah, is it bad to consult with leader? But there are things you just have to not be controlled. Because the era of godfatherism, we know what godfatherism, what it did in Edo State. But I thank God it will not work again in Edo State. It has never worked for some time now, and I believe by His grace it will not work. So if there's any aspirant who still believe in godfatherism, I will advise them, the earlier they drop it, the better it is for them. Because Edo State will not want to hear that at all. Nobody wants to hear that. If you come with your manifesto, you came with your party, your campaign, and we listen to you keenly. We expect you, once you get there, start doing what, set this ground rolling. That's what we expect. Like I was saying, personally, I'm talking not because I'm a member of PDP. I told somebody, I said, if Dr. Aswa Ighodaro was a member of DDA, let me just name any DDA, maybe there's one political party called DDA. I would have on my own mobilized for him without apology to my party. I would have mobilized for him because I need a positive change in those states. That's why when he was choosing his running mates, is it that there were other qualified persons who came out who wanted to be deputy governors, who wanted to be the running mate to Aswe? When Aswe was nominated, we were all jubilating. We were all jubilating. Yes, it is being rumored. I use the word rumor. It is being rumored that the present governor is the one that brought him out. It's a rumor. Yeah, they've known themselves. I told somebody, I said, if I was the governor, looking at the person of Aswa Ighodaro, I will use everything. I will chest him out to bring him out because I know he will deliver. I said, so even if the present governor now discover the type of person he is that is good, that he will be better than him, there's nothing wrong in the governor sponsoring him or say no. This what I couldn't do, this guy can do it. Looking at I'm not missing words. Looking at the pedigree of Aswa Ighodaro, I can hit my chest that he will be far better than Obaseki. It will be far better than Obaseki. And at the time he's doing that, I believe Obaseki will be happy. Because a good leader, you should be happy when you see somebody you brought is better than you. A Bilima will say, oh, most my woman. So to me, I see Ighodaro being a better person, a better candidate than every other candidate that is coming up in Edo State. In terms of experience, in terms of connections, in terms of understanding the economy, in terms of wealth of experience, both in the public and the private sector, then let's come to the running mate because your team matters. Who are those you want to work with? Your number one team is your deputy governor. You know, we've never had a good combination like the one we have in PDP. We've never had this type of combination. If you look at all the political party, look at APC, look at their candidate, look at their running mates. Look at the other political party, Labour, look at the candidates, look at their running mates. And look at PDP, the candidate, look at the PDP's, the candidate, look at the candidate's running mates. Anybody that has been in Edo States, you've been in Edo States, you understand the governance, the running of Edo States, you know who Barrister Osaroje Oge is. He's a man of few words, but a man of action. He's a man that is loved by Edo South, by Edo State generally. He's loved, liquid love. And he's a man that listens. And that should be one of the good ethics of a leader. There are some of our leaders in Edo South, you can't enter their compound. But this is a man, the gate is open 24 hours of the day. 24 hours of the day. Go there anytime. He's willing to listen to you. Today, Saturday, the house was like as if it was a carnival. The office, the same way, is open. I've happened to serve in different administrations. I've never seen the office of anybody. The office of the SLG has opened than the way the Osaroje Oge. When I say open as in open. The office, I've never been, you never go there and see the office locked. Once you go there, fill form because everybody cannot go at the same time. While you are there for you, the man will attend to you. The area he needs to refer you to other ministry, he will refer you objectively. Is he his house? If each time I look at him, I just stand up, be looking at him, I just be praying. So what type of heart do this man have? Being willing to pay school fees to those that cannot pay school fees. Giving scholarship to a lot of persons. These are people I know. Widow will cry to him. He is ready to listen at all time. During December, oh wow. During December, he used trailer to pack. I don't even know how they got those chicken. Anybody, if you cannot afford chicken for Christmas, come to Osaroje Oge's house. Just queue. Once you get to your turn, you are giving.
But
bag of rice.
Now that chicken, they capture the gullible ones at those states now.
No. Let me tell you something. Naija was. There's hunger in the land.
Problem.
No, there's hunger in the land. There are some people that day. If you know, if you don't see people that really need something, you know why I'm saying it. Yeah, to you, what is chicken? To you, there were people during that December. They don't have the means to even celebrate Christmas.
Don't use chicken.
So if we have somebody who can do that, it should be commendable. And administratively, is sound. When it's administratively, is sound. He has served in different capacity. All administration they want him. It's an asset. If you are close to it, you understand what I'm talking to you. Osaojo is an asset to Edo State. Osaojo is an asset. And to me, it's an asset to Aswa Egodaro. So if you look at both of them, to me, both of them, the combination of both of them will take Edo State to the next level. I want to leave Nigeria because Nigeria problem was sometimes I just wonder where I will go to take it from. So let me restrict my talk to Edo State now. So we don't want Edo State people that will take us backward, or those that will come and be experimenting, who do not have to come and be experimenting. No, we want people that will come and just set the ball rolling instantly. Because there's a popular saying that says, "No time to waste time." You want to introduce Agberuism into Edo State government again? Look at the sanity we are enjoying now. Before, you cannot drive through Ring Road. There's sanity. There's sanity in governance. If you go to government house before now, you know what you see in government house. But today, you see sanity in government house. You see sanity in civil service. Yeah, Obaseki may not have done all what we needed. But what he has done, we need somebody that will build on it. We need somebody that will be able to build on the good ones. The one he didn't do well. Yeah, because there are some area the government of the day didn't perform up to expectation of the people, Edo people. We cannot take that out. But there are some area we'll give him 100%. There are some area they will say, no, you didn't score up to 20%. But this area has been identified by Aswa Egodaro. And he has promised Edo people, the area you feel he has not done well, we will build on it and do better. The area he has done well, we will build on it and make it better. That is governance. Governance is continuity. That's what has helped Lagos State. Not when a new government will just come overnight. Tomorrow say, no, it was this past administration that started road A and B. He didn't finish it. No, I won't do it. Let me go and start my own road. Before you know it, that road is abandoned. There should be continuity. Somebody sent me a video, a video of a video, I don't know, a woman sent me privately, a video of I think Otete area, the erosion there. He was shouting, calling me, please talk to, I know you are PDP man. Go and talk to your governor. They've abandoned us in Otete. Look at my mother. He showed me video. It pains me. It pains my heart when I was seeing those videos. How erosion has taken over those areas. But if I wish I could call the woman. I said, but if you look at the drainage system that is being constructed, yeah, it's not completed. It's ongoing. We need governments that will continue it. There's nothing Obaseki can do now because it's a massive gully area, and the construction of those gutters is massive. Within the few months remaining, there's no way it can continue it. So we need somebody who has been in the system, who understands the system, so that those areas can be done. We don't want that place to be abandoned. If it's abandoned, automatically the people in that area, you are pushing them off totally. Because the way it is now, yeah, the government met well by digging those gutters. They met well. The government met well. Although it's not completed, it's ongoing. And the other day, I saw a video of somebody showed a video. I don't know how true that video is. He said 19th Street, because I remember I visited us in 19th Street. I didn't really see that. But I don't want to argue anything. The person show a video of 19th Street filled with erosion. He said it's the gutter. But you know, Benin City is a flat land. Benin City is a flat land. For you to be able to do any meaningful construction, road construction in Benin City, you must first of all do gutters. And Benin, that's why I say appreciate what Bermuda is doing along the Benin Lagos Road, the city gutters, removing debris. Our people, you see them during rain, when it's raining, you see them packing their dirt from their house, pour it inside the rain, pour it inside the gutter. You see that some of these gutters they are now filled up with debris. They're not covered. I was so pleased when the chairman of a local government employed a lot of persons. They started deseating gutters so that the water can flow easily. So I want to still use this opportunity to educate people. Please, we are not to be good people. We are not to be hospitable. Let us add neatness to it. Because sometimes when you travel out of the city, when you're just coming, it looks as if you're entering into a big village. So let us see help ourselves. We can still help ourselves. As the government is doing this, we can still help ourselves. So like I was saying, Benin City is a flat land. For you to do any meaningful project road in Benin City, there have to be gutters. And there's no way you can construct road. When you're in road construction, the first thing you do is gutters. You cannot go and do the tar road before doing gutter. You have to do the gutter before the tar road. For example, what is happening in Owina Iwotubu Road now? They are trying to deseed the former gutter, condemn it, and digging another gutter. Something's already happening there now. So people say they should come and just start the road. No, if you start the road without gutter, the road will collapse. So I know people, please, let's be patient. I believe a better administration is coming. When Jesus Christ was living, he said, I will send you another person of my kind. He said, the Holy Spirit. He said, the Holy Spirit, who will be better? He said, another person of my kind. That's the same thing that is happening. In few months time, the administration for Obaseki will be rounding up. We must of necessity bring in somebody that can continue the good legacy of Godwin Obaseki and improve on the area which some people deem or some people feel he has failed in this area. I believe Obaseki, he has been moving. He has heard a lot of persons speak. And he's a listening person. That's one good thing I like about him. He has promised us that there are areas he needs to really improve on. So I want to appeal to Nigerians, Edo State, let's not use hatred. If you see the way some people talk, you know there's hatred, there's bitterness. Some are personal. So I want to appeal, let's not use hatred or personal matter to be vindictive. Rather, let's look at these candidates on merit. Look at their candidates, both the governorship candidate and the deputy governorship candidate. Not people that will come and be fighting, not people that will come and be instigating violence, people that can bring their wealth of experience to build Edo State, people that are accessible, people you can meet and talk with, people that have the vast experience, people that have excelled in their various fields. There's one debate that's still going on. And that thing is a question we must ask ourselves. Somebody asked the question, people have been asking that question. If you have a personal company, a company of your home, and you want somebody to come and manage the company, Aswa Godaro is there, Modokpavolo is there, Akpata is there. Who among these three persons will you employ to manage your personal business? It's a fundamental question. If you feel Aswa will be better manager, they still look at it that it will be better manager in running the state. You see some people say personal business is different from government. If it's personal business, I will appoint Aswa. So I want to appeal to every one of us listening to me now. Let us get it right. Let's join up together to support Aswa Ighodalo and Barrister Osaodeogie as his running mate to be the next governor and deputy governor, to be sworn in come November 11th this year. 21st of this month, of September, is going to be the election. I want us to join on to vote PDP, vote Barrister Aswa Ighodalo and Barrister Ogie as the governor and deputy governor respectively in Edo State. Thank you very much. God bless us all.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Honorable. Thanks for your submission. All right.
Yes, sir. Please, I just want to make one or two comments, if you permit me, on the.
Yeah, you will. Please hold on. You will. I see somebody asking in the comment section, why is he taking so much time to campaign for his candidate? Yeah, because we don't have much people on the panel, so I'm giving so much time for people to talk. So yeah, it's a normal thing. If you know you have your own candidates, come to the panel and also campaign for your own candidate. All right, Mr. Jonathan, go ahead, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Elvis. See, there are three things there, from the honorable's submission, and it's part of the things, maybe deliberately or unconsciously, I don't know, but those are the things that politicians play, the games that they play. Sometimes they do it deliberately, sometimes maybe because of naivety, they don't know. When you talk of prayers, yes, prayer is good. It is good to pray. Agree. But praying for crooked, armed political robbers, I don't think so. I don't think so. In whatever guise, in whatever shape or form you want to bring it out, it doesn't add up in present day Nigeria, with considering what the country is facing, what has been happening over the years. Another cheap one that politicians throw out, again, some of them do it consciously, some of them do it because of naivety, again, because they don't know better, is solutions. They will say people talk and people don't prefer solutions. Solutions are bound everywhere. On this platform alone, I know there are many out there, I want to assume, but on this platform alone, solutions have been proffered. I mean, talk of solutions. They are all over the place. The question is, does the politicians, let me call the politicians, do they have the will, even pretend to even implement one of those solutions? It's not just talk. No, not at all. Solutions are bound all over the place. Today, even from this, all you need to do is to listen. Solutions are already there. You will see solutions, they are all there, but they don't have the will. They are not interested because of what is in it for them. Those solutions will work against them. So solutions are there. The third one, again, I will put it again, it's still the same, on the same issue. Politicians do it again because of maybe they don't know. Some of them do it deliberately. They will say Nigerians are part of the problem. The civil service or civil servants are part of the problem.
All right, Mr. Jonathan, we have somebody waiting,
Yeah, please, let me just say this on this one. See, please, civil servants are not elected. The people, the Nigerian people, surrender their willpower to politicians when they vote for them. They don't surrender their willpower to civil servants. So it is the responsibility of politicians to do the right thing, bring civil servants to order. They are public servants. They should bring them to order because the people surrender their will, their power. The power belongs to the people. As they say, yes, power belongs to the people. But on the day of election, you surrender your power to a politician to become a governor, to become a president. And because that politician holds that power, he has the power to bring that civil servant to order. So don't let us misalign it. Politicians are still majorly our problem in Nigeria. Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis. I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. Amashola, it's good to have you on the show, sir. Thanks for your long wait and your patience. Please talk to us.
Wow. I thank you for today.
You don't wait tired.
I don't believe for the waiting. Now, because we did patience, we have to wait for your time. Now is my time to talk. Nigerians, I greet you. Greet members of the panel. Mr. Jonathan, I greet you for the submissions so far. For the days I've not been around, it has been wonderful listening to you. Naija Watch, you sparked my bubble today. Today's initial statement when you started talking. It gave me a boost to talk today about Nigeria. Femi Kuti, Seun Kuti, as much as sometimes you speak, people don't listen. Today, you have done a good one. And we need more of that talk. The more we say it, the better for us. Nigerians. Earlier, I think it was Mr. Evans, you said Nigerian pastors are all the same. They are all the same. Oh. The same thing I said, Nigerians are all thieves. And I was crucified here by being given a mandate saying everybody Nigeria is not the same. Indirectly, Sheikh Kuti has said it that we are all thieves or professionals. Indirectly, we don't know how we'll get into it. We just being entangled into the whole situation. Because a politician will steal money. He gives an accountant. Accountant will take his own. The banker will take his own. The investor will take his own. The builder will take his own. It is the stolen money they are all sharing. But at this time, in the APC, the reason why everybody is shouting is because the money is not going around. That's why we are all making noise in Nigeria. It has been like that. PDP and APC, they are brothers of the same feather, and they're the one putting us in this mess we are in. Let me come to WAEC. WAEC, you delete, you don't delete. What has been known has been known. Record has been set. You cannot erase it. It has. We know where it is in the internet. Whatever is on the Facebook. WAEC, you have deleted your record. Can you go and delete Facebook record? Or is it YouTube record you want to go and delete? Because an average civil servant is a sycophant. That's why you go and delete. Why? Tell me the reason why you're deleting evidence. So that you will put Peter Obi in a bad look towards 2027 when you already know you don't have any evidence to hook him at any point. The issue of Nigerian government, when she was saying stealing money, 1 billion naira. I've said it before to someone. I said we are just weak. An average Nigeria is wicked. An average Nigeria is wicked, and I'll keep saying it. It is wickedness that will make you steal 1 billion. Not talk about 80 billion. 1 billion in your life. They give you 1 billion. Just give one individual 1 billion in the slum. He will know what to turn 1 billion to. He will employ people. He will utilize that money. That 1 billion will turn 80 billion maybe in 5 years' time. That's how we are built. But because we are wicked, we will steal the 80 billion, take it to Europe and keep it there. For the European government to give their citizens to go to school and develop their own country. Because we are wicked ourselves. The painful part is we keep stealing and stealing and stealing. I wish they are even stealing and keeping it in the country. It would be better. But you will steal and take it away. You will steal and take it away. There is no governor since 1999. There is no governor that didn't steal. There is no governor. If you do forensic audit of all the states today, you will see the amount of money that is stolen. I was somewhere at the time. I heard the first lady saying, "We will steal the money. We will steal the one we will give EFCC, and nothing will happen." Of course, nothing has happened. That's how wicked we are. We keep stealing and stealing and stealing. People are dying. The money you have stolen, government officials are stealing, can provide good health care. But because our government officials don't go to the healthcare service, they don't know what it is like. It's very painful. It's very painful. We are here in Europe, UK, America. Go to the hospital. We get good health care facility. We don't pay one dime. We don't pay a dime. Even though we have paid our visa and everything, we've paid everything, but when you go there, you get the best treatment. But in Nigeria, you cannot boast of it. You cannot boast of good education. The greatest mind in Nigeria are not be given education. The terrible mind of Nigeria that don't get the education, because what will a politician that is stealing money take his child to an American university or American school to go and learn when he knows his father is a thief? You are not leaving any legacy for the child. Example is Ejabelo. Now you are in the news. I'm your son. You have stolen school fees for me for how many years, and I'm going to that school, and I have classmates. Let me assume my colleagues of governors and presidents' children there. They have stolen from my own school fees. How do you think the child will feel? What are you teaching that child? If you have a conscience and you're a father. And the painful part is the Yaya Bello in question, minus the other governors that have been doing their own and be escaping through EFCC settlement, is the fact that Yaya Bello is in our generation. He's younger than Peter Obi. He could be the president of this country. But see what he has come to do. And what do you expect an average to think about about the whole country on his own if a governor at that age, if he's too old, he's not 55. I don't know his age, he's not more than 55. He has stolen that kind of money. And she won't analyze the amount you have stolen. You can never even finish it.
Amashola, who is not more than 55?
No, I don't know his age.
Yaya Bello is 40 something. It's under.
Okay,
under,
you can see he's 40 something. He's 40 something. He's my generation. He's my age group. Stealing like that. How can you finish that money you have stolen? Even you have a newborn baby today, there's no way a newborn baby can live more than 130 years. If this baby was spending 1 million every day, that you see they will say, I can say that Nigerian politicians, the good ones and the bad ones. The good ones, when we say they are bad, the good ones in your conscience. 48. In your the good politicians in your conscience, just take it that you're not the one they're talking to. The bad ones know themselves. Because if you have conscience, it's only a madman that will see that kind of money that would have developed your state. If you had put 80 billion you stole into that state, by now, a lot of people will be running to Kogi State to find jobs. You will have developed factories, developed things you have solid minerals in your state that you have developed. And by now, there'll be companies rushing down. Countries outside there, investors will come to your state and invest because you have 80 billion. But your wickedness, you took it out. Former governor of Kano, same thing. Dan Duja, what's that his name? Gandola is his nickname. APC former chairman. Same stealing. Former governor of Delta State, James Buri, it was stole. By the time you steal all the money, they return the money back. The state is going to lose that money. It goes back to the federal government coffers, and then they share among themselves. All the money that they've looted and brought back, tell me where they have put it. The one Oracle, the Oracle of Nigeria, Abacha, that they have been bringing back since how many years? Where has it been put? Tinubu, you want to do Lagos road to, is it River State, which state that time? You want to do that road. Is that important? Lagos or a road, Benin Expressway to Delta State is in a bad shape. You cannot say you want to put that money there. Port Harcourt Road is in terrible state. You cannot put it there. Why would I even want to? On a serious note, if our politicians are thinking and want to solve problem, why will any man want to drive from Lagos all the way to that destination we're talking about? Why will somebody drive? Which car? If you drive that car throughout the week, it ends up in the mechanic in the next week. Instead of you doing rail, you should be promoting rail on that axis, not road. It is the road you want to do because that one is easy for you to do. You already have a contractor that you want to give money. Why not do rail on that axis and leave people's houses? Rail will be better. There's no need having road. There are roads that are already there. That there's a road in Ondo State very close in Ilaje community. There are links to Lagos. I think from Obokoda. So it will only take you from that village, if you take a bike, it only takes you 30 minutes, you'll be in Lagos. That road was federal government road. Why can't they go and resuscitate that project and fix it and finish it? It's in other states there. And link every other road that is linking each other. And forget this, the coastal road they are talking about. Because you want to waste money and steal money. I'm talking of 3 trillion to do one segment of the road. If you put 3 trillion on Nigerian roads and put them in good shape, by the time you have finished your 4 years or your 8 years, if Nigerians give you another 4 years, at least by 4 years, there will be evidence that you have done something. But because a politician does not want to do anything, he wants to steal. On a project that he knows he can never finish, wise goose project you want to chase, what you can never finish, you want to put your hand. If you know you have 3 trillion, why not use it? Lagos by the expressway, has it been finished? All the projects Fashola was doing, have they finished anyone? The Niger Bridge you are building, has it been completed completely to final finish, to specification? Has it been completed? But because we just look for a way of siphoning money, one project has been lying fallow for many years. No government has picked it up. But yes, a baron is around and knows how to loot money. That's the first project they are picking up to go and do. Because your colleague that will help you steal, you have the company that will help you to steal it. Which road you want to do? The road is not, it won't give us any benefit. Even though you do that road and you finish it next year, no, on that corridor, nobody wants to go invest anything there now. Nobody will invest anything there now because there's no money anywhere. It is when there's lights, there's infrastructure. You cannot talk about that. If you do a road there, good. You should have factories along that road. But where is the power to run factories? You have not done that one. You want to do a road. Nigerian government is just a painful part. Our pastors, Mr. Elvis, you really blast them. These are our pastors, our demonic pastors. I was watching one video yesterday. They said you have 4 types of pastors. The ones that use magic, the ones that use Babalawo power, the ones that use voodoo power, and the ones that use psychology. We have 4 types of pastors, and those are the ones, fake pastors we have in Nigeria. And the majority of the ones are the ones that use psychology. The winners, and they redeem them. Like Mr. Joseph says, Jonathan said, if this church don't get tithe and offering for 1 month, there will be problem. Just imagine when there was COVID, that we were not going to church. By force, by power. Did they need to pray for them to get internet? Why didn't they pray? Let us internet come out for them to do their service on the internet, on YouTube. You use YouTube to do your services, but somebody owns that YouTube. Somebody sat down somewhere and talked about, I can pass more message through this my network. Why can't you do your own? But you use YouTube, and after your service, you push your tithe to this account, put your tithe and offering to this account. That was what was raining during that period. People were not going to church, but they're still paying tithe. People that are not going to work, they are in the house. To let you know how wicked they are. You're not going to work, you're not earning money, you're in your house, and you're still paying tithe. From where? To let you know how wicked our pastors are. As much as I go to church, if I go to church, once it's that time, tithe and offering, I get angry because they take it too serious. As if that's the reason why I came to church. Come to church now, you preach. You won't preach about doing the right things. Just pray. They say prayer, pray. If Nigeria, ever since I've been born, we have been praying all our life. If it is prayer, Nigerians will be a lot of them will have PhD. Pray and don't do it and don't read for your exam. You will pass Abi, we have been praying, no, but Nigerians, your prayers, God answered it for you. But our usual behavior, we slack too much. Our prayer, we've been praying since, but God gave us Obi. Obi came, we all left him behind. Let's just say the truth. We all left him behind. The pastors in question left him behind. The pastors, the Obi is a Muslim, pastors, they are all taking tithe and offering. Oyedepo and all of them. This is a Christian that went for election. He won. Heavens know he won. Even God up there knows he won. Are we expecting the God up there to come and do the protest? And you keep saying people should pray. The same God that will come and do protest for us and tell them to change the government, or we that will pray and will do our part. There is a word that says, pray, do your best, and leave the rest. You have prayed, but you have not done anything, but you want magic. Because Nigerians like magic. But all the pastors have been performing magic in the churches. I watched one video. He said you are doing miracle. It's a pastor that said it. It's a Nigerian pastor, and which is, I don't know his name. I've forgotten his name. He's on the internet now. He's bringing out all their rubbish behavior. All Nigerian pastors. They are doing a miracle. Someone that is using clutches and using wheelchair. And anytime he's being saved, he said, yes, you have done miracle. The wheelchair in question is a new one. The tire is not filed. Fresh tire, but it's been on wheelchair for many years. That's how wicked and they can be deceiving you. Nigerians, the earlier we know that Nigerian pastors and Nigerian politicians are in the same gang, the better for us. The better for us. Nobody from anywhere, nobody in the diaspora is coming to say, oh, placard for you. A Nigerian in diaspora will not carry a placard and go to the road and start saying, give us our mandate, or we don't want this government. When the country in question, nobody's carrying a placard. It will look as if we are going mad here. If you want people in diaspora to do anything, you will start from the house. You will carry your placard, you don't want this government. And the way it is, I don't want to say it, but it is truth. It only takes the grace of God and Nigerians' willingness and attitude to chase out bad, corrupt people out of the country. If not, there is no way you will vote. Vote next week. The APC and PDP we don't like will still be in government. That is the way the Nigeria is fashioned. Because Nigeria, you know your problems. And your politicians know the problems. But they put a deaf eye and a blind eye to the problem. We have shown out different problem solutions for them, but they cannot do it. You do not come out as a politician to come and contest if you cannot solve a problem. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Oga Amashola. God bless you, sir. Thank you very much. At least it's a bonus today. Everybody have to talk for so long because the panel is not much. Let me take this call. Thank you. Love God is my strength. Good evening to you, man. Hello, we are hearing ourselves, madam. Thank you, ma'am. Good evening to you. Please talk to us. Thank you, ma'am.
Mommy, that's what I want to greet you for long ago. I salute. Good evening, everyone on the panel and comment section. I love everyone on this panel, on this channel. I love you with the love of God. God knows that. Yeah, thank you. You see, Nigeria politicians, they cannot stop to amaze us. Every day we hear, every day we see. Okay. And there's one thing I want to say. You cannot cause someone who God has blessed. All what they are doing to bring this man down, Mr. Peter Gregory Obi. Hey, Peter the Rock. On the rock of Obi, Nigeria will be rebuilt. Hey, they can't stop it. They went as far to dilute everything that will show the great work that this man has done in Anambra State. They are winning everything. We are seeing it. They can't hide it. You cannot hide the light that is supposed to shine. Hey, you see, people don't like it. They'll say, I person they quote Bible. No, the Bible is powerful. You see, the word in the Bible is not ordinary word. It's a person. And that person is Jesus Christ. And there is power in his word. You see, when the righteous rule, the people rejoice. And when demons are ruling, the people mourn. Nigeria are mourning. And why are they mourning? Because the ones they are supposed to vote for, yes, they keep vote, but they rig it. But they are waiting for Peter Craig Obi to come out and fight for their country, and which they have failed.
Thank you.
Which they have failed. So, yes, I quickly want to go to the pastors. You see, religion is the problem of this world. Religion itself is the devil that we are talking about. There's no other devil apart from religion. You see, devil is on his own. No? Religion, when I say religion is not in Christ. So religion is a religion that you know it and you know it with stupidity. That is what I call religion. That you will see a man like you and worship that man. It's religion and it's devil. So I don't have more time to talk. I'll say thank you for allowing me. God bless you. Amen.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah. All right. I'd like us to. Okay. Hold on, sir, please. Thank you, Madam Sayi, for calling in. Good evening to you, ma'am. Please, you have two.
Hello.
Thank you very much. Good evening to you. You have 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Thank you, ma'am. Talk to us.
Yeah. Oh my God. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Hello. Yeah. Well, what I wanted to talk about is about the what is this guy name? The video you played earlier on. The famous
Sheung Kuti.
Yeah. You see, everything that guy talked about, they are all true. Nothing but true. You see, one thing with our country, our nation, Nigeria, we need a deep decolonization. You see those churches. By the way, my elder brother is a pastor, have a church, but I don't agree. You see, we need a deep decolonization. It's not that for Nigeria to be a country. Until we decolonize our mind, we are going nowhere. You see, all this religion stuff, it has nothing to do with us. But yet, okay, they say we should pray for Nigeria. Why should I pray for Nigeria when there is money there to repair that country, to create a job, so people can be less suffering? But yet they will push us to church, use Bible and all those brainwash stuff to cover our faces. Why? They will bring the old money back to the UK, to America, to all over everywhere for their immediate family, while we are busy praying in church. Then another thing I want to address. You see those gutters, all those open gutters in Benin. The new government that is coming in, they will make sure they oh my God. That open gutters, not only they are so dangerous, if you even think of health and safety, how can you have an open gutters? Firstly, people will pull something, rubber bag, whatever you call it, then it will block.
Okay.
Then number 2,
please round up. Round up. Thank you.
My dear brother, oh my God. Anyway, that's all I want to say. Have a good evening.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Madam Sayi. Thank you very much. Let me take another call quickly. Please, everybody, stay within 2 minutes. We have Tony Africa. Thank you, sir, for calling in. Good evening to you. You have 2 minutes. Yes, sir.
Honorable, I salute you. I really, I enjoyed your, my name is Tony Africa. That peacemaker at our Nigeria Watch Group, the peacemaker. Now. That means you talk show. Tony Africa. So Honorable, I really enjoyed your submissions. But what do you think about setting up governmental institutions before anything can happen in Edo State and likewise in southern Nigeria? Is Honorable there? If you to let him give me some answer.
Honorable, are you listening?
That how are we going to carry? How is
okay? I'm not sure it's close to his mic.
Out a good governance in the midst of lack of
Okay,
lack of
can you put it? Can you put it on the comment section so that when he's ready, I'll put it on the screen for him to answer you. Thank you, sir.
Okay, let me. So, Becca, you for one more minute. Thank you very much, sir. I already have 1 minute gone. So, all those things that he said is very good. Asa Igodalo, I didn't, I've never heard of him before, but I know it's brother, a very good man. So that means he must have, he must be coming, from a good family, no doubt. But the system. Can you just imagine? I think I heard one guy was talking about that immunity. Remember, remember that all this we were saying, I've said it before. I said, how can you say that you give somebody immunity? When somebody just stealing money. I mean, the system is not good. So we need a total reboot. There is no way Nigeria will work. There's no way Edo will work because we should better create our own country. Let our Oba be our Oba, and they will be having prime ministers or whatever you call their local government mayors or whatever, because that country will never work because we are like Tinubu is a tenant. He might be having some good intention, but he cannot do it. You see, the other time they said that he was trying to move the airport system closer to the place where it's okay, like illegal. They say no, the outside people they say no, you don't have to do that. Then you want to move a central bank or whatever, they say no, you don't. So you see,
okay, thank you.
From plan to post, not to work, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So we have to divide the country peacefully. Let's divide the country. Then Ogavis and me and you will go.
Thank you.
Our prime minister for our state. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Tony. All right, let me take another call quickly. Please, caller, I missed your call. I'm not calling anybody back. Hello, yeah, can you hear me? Hello, yeah, good evening to you. Your name and where you calling us from?
Hello, good evening, brother.
Good evening, sir. Your name and where you calling from? I'm fine. Your name, sir?
Okay, my name is Anthony.
Where are you calling from?
Okay, I'm calling from Indonesia.
Okay, sir. Please talk to us. You have 2 minutes. Thank you, sir.
Okay, my good people of Edo State, please and please, as you're listening to me, I want you guys to understand that we cannot give PDP, APC chance in Edo State because nobody will do that. I'm sorry to say this. When you see Olumide Akpata, is a man, when you see him speak, you will understand that there's a man who says something and what he said is what he will do without looking at your face, right? We need a governor that will not be loyal to any kind of godfathers. When you ask me about Olumide Akpata, this is a man who handled Nigeria Bar Association. Till tomorrow, my elder brother is a lawyer. He's a great APC member, serving in Imo State. What I'm telling you now is he's working with the Speaker of the Imo State House of Assembly. That is to tell you how great he is, right? But this man said that if he has the opportunity to campaign for Akpata, he will do it because of what Akpata did in MPA. It is not easy for him to handle that MPA. Do you know the meaning of MPA? The whole 36 states of Nigeria, the whole lawyers, he handled it very well. So we need a man that will start something new in Edo State. We don't need people that have been in the power 16 years, 20 years, 24 years. And you are telling me that because they are speaking English that we should listen to them, we should take them as everything they say, we should just take it like that. It doesn't work that way. You cannot tell me that you want to bring change. The change you want to bring, you are part of the
Okay.
part of them already.
Thank you.
You want to bring change. How does it work?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, bro.
God bless you, sir. Thank you very much. All right, callers, I'm done for now. I'll probably come back to you guys. I'm going to have our final submission right now. Thank you very much, everybody. I appreciate you all. Yeah, Mr. Odowa, you're just coming in. I'm going to give you 5 minutes to please speak to us. Good evening to you, sir. Then everybody else.
Good evening, Mr. Najawash. Good evening, all the panelists. Hello.
Thank you, sir. Go ahead, sir. Thank you.
Commenters, listeners, and viewers. I just came in, but the purpose of me requesting so that I can ask honorable a question, because I heard him say continuity of Obaseki, or person who is in already, who is between the domain of the governors. So that is it. I want him to tell us the gutter that they are even using now to remove water, because I heard him saying they do it's a level land or something like that. So that is why I overheard him. So it's very difficult and to do road without gutters and all those things. The gutter that Obaseki working for 8 years now, that he has not even completed, is it him that started or Oshomole that start those gutters? And now, how many years it didn't take people to make a gutter? How long we didn't take them to just complete the gutter? And even those ones that they are calling gutter, are those ones really a gutter? To say they want to take erosion out of the land? So these are the things that make me say, let me come in so that I can, honorable can tell us those questions. Or are they purposely doing those things so that they can use it to be campaigning when time can say, we are doing these things? They will not, people will not say, okay, really, let us go and vote them. Then they will not delay what they're not supposed to take 2 months. They will not use 8 years to do it. And that was how they leave Sapele Road. There's a road that when I'm here, when I enter Italy, when any road have a spot, we will go and patch it. It will not take us more than 2 hours. They will not leave the road to damage, and it will not damage for many years before they will say they are seeing those things. So I want them to tell us they purposely leaving those things or delaying it so that they can use it to campaign. So that is the reason. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Odowa, God bless you, sir. Thank you very much. Mr. Jonathan, please, I'd like you to give us your final submission, sir. 5 minutes.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis, to all the panelists. Mr. Elvis, let me use this opportunity to ask, because they say ask and it shall be given. And because you also said that today is a bonus, I want to ask, tomorrow, please, you give me time. I have only 2 questions for Barrister Apata. Please, I want to ask for that today, that I get that opportunity to ask him 2 questions. You know,
yeah,
so
but if you can be able to do 2 in 1 and minimize the duration of your question, I don't think there's
actually, is it possible that if you respond to 1 question, then I'll be able to ask him the next? Because if I put the 2 together in 1, it will not be fair, it will not be fair to him, because you know, he might even miss some of the purpose of the question. You know.
Okay. Let's see how it goes. Depend on the traffic as well. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah. And you know, the reason why I ask is because you said today is bonus, and I'm asking for that bonus.
I said today, Olumide is not coming today, sir.
I said
today's bonus. No, Olumide is not coming today.
You're a smart man. You said it's not today, but I'm using the opportunity now to ask.
Okay. Let's see how it goes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Iris. See, this, you know, I want to talk on this issue of solution, because when people don't have anything to say, Nigerians in general, whether politicians or even, you know, regular Nigerians that that are just looking for the best. We just want the best for Nigeria. We just want a good country, not even better. We just want a good country that we all will be proud of. You know, sometimes we get fed up. I know that we get fed up. We get, maybe disillusioned, and it's very easy to just say, we're just talking, and the talking is not producing. No, it is not. It is not so. Even in your own talk, when you talk too, you profile solutions. Listen to yourself too. Where people sometimes, we don't listen to ourselves. A lot of people, they just talk. They don't listen to themselves when they are talking. So that when you listen to yourself, if you are saying the wrong thing, you can quickly retract fast before it gets out of hand. You will know that even in your own talking, you are preferring solutions. Even a lady just called now. She was talking about we must recolonize ourselves. That solution, you are preferring solution. You are not just talking. So we should not get disillusioned and get tired that we're just talking and talking. No, we're not just talking. Solutions are all over the place. We prefer both moral solutions, political solutions, economic solutions, everything. They are all over the place. It's just that the politicians are not ready. They are not willing to even pick one of these things, just one, head on, tackle it. When you are done with that, then go to the next one. 4 years might look long, but 4 years is also a very short time period. If you take one issue and just sit on it and say, my 4 years, I want to solve this one and one. I have commissioners, I have special advisors. You guys are doing the work that I've assigned for you. I brought you in to come and work with me. Do your job. But this one, this specific one, it is me and this one. I will set up my team. We'll be sleeping, waking, eating together in the government house. And we want to see who will not make this happen in this state. If it is housing, sit on it. That road, leave it for the commissioner for road. Let them handle it. You are giving them their job. Supervise them. Call them to order if and when it is necessary. But this one, if it is education, this education, it is me and this education problem in this state. These 4 years, I will set up my team. We will sleep, we will wake, we will eat together in this government house, in this state, and we will see who will not make it happen. We will see the politician, the contractor that will not make it happen. Is it teachers? Is it going to be the principals, permanent secretary of Ministry of Education, directors of the Ministry of Education? Are they the one that will sabotage my work here in this education team? It is fire for fire. Primary school must be standard in this state. Primary school must, by the end of my 4 years, every commissioner, if you still have children of primary school age, if you want to work with me, your children must be attending public primary school in this state. If not, you are not. That should be one of the criteria for you to be appointed a public servant, an advisor, a commissioner. These are the ways to do it. So this is one advice. So people should not hide. When I hear that thing, it makes me to spark a lot. And we're just talking. No solutions. This is one solution. Add to it. Make it better. Look into it. That is how we can move Nigeria forward, one step at a time. Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis. I really appreciate it. Thanks to everyone.
Yes, Mr. Jonathan, God bless you. Thank you very much. Because they are wicked, they are selfish, they are satanic. That's why they only care about their children, use the public fund to look after themselves. That's all. Just imagine paying the school fees in advance. That one I would call surplus. Honorable Sam, please give us your final submission. 5 minutes, sir, if you're there. Okay, Honorable Sam, we've called you so many times now. You are not there, so I think we should move on. Mr. Odua, please give us your final submission. 5 minutes, and let's round up, sir.
Okay, thank you. For me, what I'm saying is good. We choose, everybody have a choice, but PDP, APC is not a choice at all, because they purposely delaying and they purposely make the country miserable for people so that they can use it to campaign as the next time for people to believe that, hey, they have them in their heart. It is only PDP in Edo State, they were telling our mother, when we buy this position, well, they ask work for us, they told them, do they not share onions to you? Do they not share cloth to you? Do they not share rice to you? If it did not get to you, that means your next neighbor was the one that ate your own. So it is PDP, we get it in Edo State. So the APC came and said they are the next level. Then they make sure that nobody can go to farm, nobody can do anything again. You cannot travel, you'll be scared. So that is what the next level of APC. And now the PDP enter and say, they are the Democrat. Now what we see is devil crying. Instead of the Democrat, we are not seeing devil crying in the state. So even having problem with our most reverend in the state. So and no good. Although people said they work, but me, I did not see work that they did. They destroyed library instead of them to go and create a new city. The one where they built, they started destroying them. And where there are villages for them to go and develop, they did not develop one, the old one that we were before. They were now using our money to destroy it again. So those are what we are seeing in the hands of PDP. And while here the country I live, they always go and develop the new area so that people will face that place and it become a better place for people to live. So, but we are own. So I never really know. But what I will advise anybody, let all of them to come and talk to us. Then for we to know who we will focus on. Thank you. That is for me. But now they have not come to address themselves or address the public. So I cannot choose any candidate. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Odua. It's good that you came in to put in your voice to this broadcast. I appreciate every one of you today. We've come to the end of this broadcast. Yes, 3 hours, 20 minutes still counting. Yeah, that's fair. On the weekend, that's very, very fair. I want to appreciate you, Mr. Jonathan Kingsley. Thank you very much, sir, for all you do. Thank you very much, Honorable Sam. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Odua. Thanks, Mashallah. Abdul, you tried coming in, but I don't know, your network kept failing and all that. But still, tomorrow is another day. As you all know, that we have Labour Party governorship candidate, Barrister Olumide Akpata Osagbovo, will be joining us tomorrow by 7 p.m. So you guys put your questions together, come in, come on time, come on time so that you can have the opportunity to get into the platform. If not, you might be one of those people that will be calling in. As you know that we don't take much calls, so I might end up taking just 5 or 6 calls tomorrow, who knows, but depend on the traffic. But if you can get to the panel, I think that will be beneficial. I appreciate every one of you right there. Please help us to press on the like button before you leave. I'd like to quickly appreciate you once again, sir. I want to go Ferdinand. Thank you very much. And Julia Salami, thank you very much for the support. God bless you. Thank you very much, Michael Abba. I appreciate you. Thank you very much, Mother of all Mommy Diaspora. Thank you very much, Mommy. I appreciate you. Tony Africa, thank you. Bryce Strasser, thank you, Modi. Thank you, my people right there. Thank you, Madam Patricia Tagojomi. I appreciate you. Good to hear from you, Regina, Leba, and many others, Madam Origin. Thank you, Maka Afojebi in the building. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate every one of you right there. Daniel, can see you. I appreciate you all. Stella, Emma Sevedo, and many, many others. Guys, help us to do your part. Press on the like button. Help us to share. Subscribe to our channel if you're coming across this channel for the first time. We are only here calling out our government to do the right thing. The way Nigeria is going is not looking good at all. We are calling everybody out. We are calling everybody out because we can't continue like this anymore. I appreciate you all, my people. Now God bless you. Now I'll see you guys again tomorrow, 6 p.m. Nigerian time, but 7 p.m. Barrister Olumide Akpata will be joining us so that we can ask him questions. Sir.
You are almost hitting the 100,000 mark. It's like maybe a few hundreds.
Exactly. We are close. We are very, very close.
Okay.
So we are looking forward to celebrating that together here. It's been a long journey. By God's grace, we're celebrating it together here by God's grace. Thank you very much, my wonderful people. Thank you, Oga Jonathan, for bringing that on. And God bless you, all my people. I'll see you guys again tomorrow by God's grace so that we can take it from where we stop. Have a good night and bye for now.
No more bad government in Nigeria. Nigeria words, the only media that have been consistent speaking against the bad government and for the purpose for reformers. Nigeria words, yo. No more bad government. Niger words. No more bad government. Niger words. No more bad government. The only media that have been speaking. No more bad government. The voice of the voiceless. No more bad government. No more bad government. Niger words. No more bad government. For the poor. No more bad government. Niger words. No more bad government. Niger words media. No more bad government. No more bad government. No more bad government. In Nigeria. No more bad government. No more bad government. No more bad government. The only media. No more bad government. The number one media in Nigeria. No more bad government. That have been speaking against government. No more bad government. Niger words. No more bad government. Niger words, yo. The voice of the voiceless. The voice of the voiceless, voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Niger words media. Voice for the voiceless. Niger watch media. Voice for the voiceless. The only media that have been speaking against bad government. Being consistency since 1944. Voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Umuwame. Voice for the voiceless. Umuwame. Voice for the voiceless. 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 Niger watch you. We have been seeing how you guys have been doing, and we recommending to everyone in Nigeria